I'm going to make this very clear to start this video. You're a Hurricane fan. And you want, listen, I'll let you guys stay in the chat, especially the ones that I always see all the time. Whatever. Let me take a sip of my drink. Matter of fact, let me look in the camera when I say this. You're a Hurricane fan? Be clear. If you want your comment shown, it ain't getting shown tonight. Only way your comment getting shown is if you pay me, goddamn. That's right. You hit the Cash App, you can pay me, then maybe I'll talk to you and show you a comment. Other than that, you can kick rocks and go to hell. I got the boxing on in the back. Boy, I don't even know where to start. Tony Tone, go to hell. I'm going to give it a little bit more time. See a little bit more people join the chat. Yeah, money talks. You want to talk trash, Hurricane fans? Drop that cash. The only way I'm even acknowledging y'all tonight. But real talk, I'm going to get on this in a minute. Get on it in a minute. Got 21 people in here right now. I think 20 people, whatever. All right, sound is good. All right. At the we'll do the 5-minute mark, man. I'm gonna start going in. Thanks to everybody who is in the chat, man. Thank you. Hit that like button. Y'all already know the deal. Y'all already know how I do. We finna get it in. Still got the boxing on in the background. I watched more boxing than I did. I watched this game, so hey, it is what it is on that. Again, I repeat, Hurricane fans, I am not acknowledging y'all tonight. You want me to acknowledge you? Want me to read your comment? Drop the Cash App. Money talks, bullshit walks. That's all I'm going to say. Phone blowing up. Everybody want to talk shit when it's time to talk shit. We're finna get hot in 15 seconds. Five, four. All right, man. Welcome to Saturday Night Live. It's your boy, Polk Honey. And we just watched the desecration, the annihilation of what is left of this FSU football team. You see it on the banner right there, guys. 3 to 4 year rebuild. That's a fact. Stop the hype. All that we think we had defensively, offensively. Here are the facts. Every young player I saw tonight looked better than every upperclassman I saw. There's like a handful of upperclassmen or a handful of veterans on this team that I want to continue to watch play. Sante being one, Gainer being one, and Gainer's not even an upperclassman. He's just a veteran on the team, right? Toafili was the best back we had on the field. I don't know why we didn't see him more. Travis J sucks that he got hurt, but again, I mean, he had that one dumb ass play. But other than that, Travis J to me did what he always does. When he's on the field, the chains move. I don't know why we ever take him off of the field. He did have the one dumb play, but I saw that reverse coming from a mile away. I don't know why they called that play. Let me get into my notes, man. But 3 to 4 years, this is a rebuild job, folks. All that talent we think we got, we don't have. Jaleel McRae, bye. You can go. Bavion Johnson, how many false starts does a senior need to have before he gets it in his head? He's a guard. Watch the ball. Bavion, you're done. Get off my team. It's sad because he's a damn Lake Gibson Brave like me, Polk County native, and he's garbage. My son's banging on the door wanting to come in. What do you want, boy? Let me get to my notes, man. All right. So early on, it kind of looked how I thought it was going to look, right? Tight ends early were a mismatch. I said that from the jump. I said the only part of Miami's offense that even worried me was the tight ends being mismatched. And early on, first touchdown of the game, Brevin Jordan, wasn't too surprised. We didn't have anybody. Hamza did not play. And outside of Asante Samuel and Travis J, that entire secondary needs to be scrapped. The entire one. Jerry and Jones dropped an interception. Now, granted, the game was out of hand when he dropped that interception, but still, damn. How many times did Jarvis Browley get burnt tonight? The whole secondary scrapped outside of Travis J and Asante Samuel. Only two that showed up. What I did like, which is very little, but they got Jordan Travis in the game early and often, which was a good thing to see. Obviously, they knew they had to do something. So mixing Jordan Travis, putting him out wide at receiver, lining him up in the backfield. I thought that was great. That first drive, obviously scripted. That was scripted, got it. They practiced that whole drive all week, got it. At the same time, they should have continued to use it in the same manner. Don't know why, again, we get back to James Blackman dropping back. Don't have any of the stats, and then waste my time looking them up. Keep going over my notes. Bavion. I already mentioned you. Goodbye. He's the next player for me on the chopping block. Like, oh my God. How many false start does Bavion Johnson, a redshirt senior, who's played, he's played, 2-3 years? I'm tired of Bavion. Defense doesn't know how to get off the field on third downs. Don't understand it. Don't get it. We played solid, in my opinion, the initial first and second downs, third downs, constantly giving up first downs. You got to get off the field against a team like Miami. Me personally, didn't think Miami did anything spectacular offensively. They just flat out beat us in the one-on-one matchups. But they knew who to target. Notice they didn't throw to Asante Samuel very much. They tested that other corner spot, and that other corner spot got consistently beat. And to continue on the defense, vastly overrated on every single level. Again, in the secondary, a bunch of overrated hype. Other than Travis J, other than Asante Samuel, nobody in that secondary played good. Linebackers, Emmett Rice, wired, opt out. Jaleel McCray, go ahead and opt out. Leonard Warner, you're just not athletic enough. Opt out. Only linebacker even worth talking about is Gaynor and Dix. That is it. The only two linebackers that showed up. And Dix is a true freshman. At least the future's bright for Steven Dix. Granted, he doesn't try to transfer the hell out. Darius Washington, you did not have a good game tonight. I'm not going to totally bash a red shirt freshman in Darius Washington, but I thought the offensive line as a whole did not play bad. However, I saw when the mistakes happened, other than Bavion's sorry ass, looked like Darius Washington had a hard time tonight. Granted, he was up against one of the better pass rushers in the country, and Phillips and Rousseau. I think they kind of rotated those two over there. Washington kind of struggled tonight. And run blocking as well, Washington struggled. If you watched my halftime reaction, this is the biggest thing you can take from this entire team. There is not a lick of leadership. And I ain't talking about the coaching staff. Look, bro, at the end of the day, your coaching can only do so much. At the end of the day, close the door. At the end of the day, one-on-ones have to win battles. Your boys have to have some dog mentality in them. There's not a lick of play. We ain't got one. I take that back. We got a couple. I'm not gonna do that. Asante Samuel is a dog. Travis J is a dog. Steven Dix is a dog. We got a few. Not a lot, but we got a few. Let me be very clear. I don't know who the leader of this team is. You tell me. Name a leader on this team. Name one leader on this team. As much as a dog I call some of these players, there's no leader. And it starts with the quarterback position, people. I don't care what you say. I don't give a damn. You go back to the national championship team. Hell, you go back to any national championship team of any team in college football or pros, they mirror their quarterback 9 times out of 10. You have the exceptions like a Baltimore Ravens defense or a Buccaneers defense or maybe some of those Alabama defenses, talking college football. 9 times out of 10, teams mirror their quarterbacks, and our team plays exactly like our quarterback. When shit gets tough, we don't compete. We're shaky, we're rattled, we're unnerved. They don't know how to win. They play exactly how James Blackman is. Sorry, don't want to pin it all on Blackman because, quite frankly, it's not all on Blackman. But from a mentality standpoint, this team is a direct reflection of their quarterback. They don't believe in him. He doesn't believe in them, and you can see it on the field. You can see it on field play. Point blank, period. And until the one common denominator, I don't know if you got any math whizzes in here, but damn it, the one common denominator on this football team is Blackman. Period. All the last 3 years, he is the common denominator. And until we can move on from him, it is what it is. I told you guys before the season, I said, if we see Tate Rodemaker, we're in trouble. Well, guess who we saw tonight, folks? We saw Rodemaker, and look at the score. I told you, I said, if we see Tate, we are in trouble. It's not a knock on Tate Rodemaker. Tate Rodemaker ain't ready. You can see it. He's not ready. It's just the way it is. When I say stuff, I don't say stuff just to be negative or just to blow smoke up your ass. I'm telling you just from a football mentality. If we saw a true freshman in Tate that wasn't named Purdy, we were in trouble because Rodemaker is the project. Purdy was the day one. Purdy was our Sam Howell, was our Jeff Sims, who had a terrible game today, by the way, but this ain't about Jeff Sims. But Purdy was our day one freshman quarterback who we could have. I don't care if we go through these struggles if we got Purdy going forward. Purdy was our guy. And I'm not saying Purdy's the savior. I'm not saying he's going to be great, but Purdy was the guy. Purdy was the guy who you were going to ride out this season, ups and downs. And I told you, I said, if we see Rodemaker, if you watch any of these early videos over the summer, any of the No Nights, which is no longer a thing, by the way, but any of those No Night discussions that I was doing on Turn Tally's channel, if you watch any of those, I was telling you, if we see Tate, and everybody was in the chat, man, Tate, man, we got to give Tate a shot. If we see Tate, we're in trouble. Guess what, folks? We're in trouble. We're in trouble. Good news, Purdy did dress out tonight. I believe we'll see Purdy against Jackson's. Is it Jackson State or Jacksonville State? Whatever the case. We'll see Purdy. If not next week, we'll see Purdy in the next 2 or 3 weeks. And we'll ride him out the remainder of the season. How many damn games we win? Your guess is as good as mine. This team ain't looking good. Period. Let me get back to my notes. I already mentioned Toafili needs to start. We let Miami score a record in this series. This rivalry, how old is this rivalry? Someone in the chat tell me how old this rivalry is. Miami's never scored 52 points in this rivalry, and we just did that. I'm not here to bash Norvell or bash Taggart for that matter, but with the results we got tonight, we might as well have kept Willie Taggart. We might as well have kept Taggart. Somebody tell me I'm lying. We might as well have kept Taggart. Now I'm gonna catch up on these comments here in a second, man. I see the chat is booming right now. By the way, I already mentioned this. Miami fans, I'm not even acknowledging you unless you drop a cash app. Hey, money talks. I ain't hearing from none of y'all tonight. But yeah, man, we let the boys score a record. A record. Let me get to the chat. I'm gonna roll. Let me scroll all the way up. Money talks. You want me to acknowledge you hurricanes? Money talks. And that's mostly what I got in here, I think. Whole squad needs blowing up. I don't know if you're a hurricane or not, but no lies here. It's a total rebuild. From here on out, straight freshmen. Philly looked good. Rodemaker, again, I told you guys what we were going to get in that. He's a project. He was never came in to be the day one guy. I've never seen the quarterback get benched twice in one game. James Blackman got benched for Travis. Travis got hurt, and then they brought in Rodemaker. That tells you all you need to know about Black. Black is done. Tony Tone was going. You're the only hurricane I may acknowledge tonight, Tony. Hit that like button. Tell him, Raymond, hit that damn like button. Terry, yeah. Ooh, Terry opt out. Terry and Marvin, go ahead and opt out for your sake and our sake. So we can build depth and we can go forward. And so you can go ahead and not ruin your draft stock and go make some money in the league. Marvin Wilson, Tamarion Terry, just opt out. Because I don't think neither one of you even played tonight anyway. So just opt out. Warren Thompson, you need to opt out too. Follow your boy DJ and go somewhere. Let them bastards transfer and start regret. Tell him, Jonathan. I think it's my first time seeing you here, Jonathan. Welcome to the chat, bro. I'm just getting started. Got a ton of comments I'm trying to catch up on. I see a bunch of hurricanes talking shit, but no cash app, so I ain't paying on no attention. Not saying I'm begging for nothing, but you know. I get on here in my time of need with my liquor in my hand. At least y'all can shoot me a couple dollars to support my habit. Hell. Polk. Oh, that's CJ. I'm not reading your comments, CJ, but thanks for showing up, bro. He's one of my loyal hurricanes. Dennis, one of my loyal hurricanes. Kane for life. I will acknowledge this because you showing support. Hit that like button, folks. Thanks you, bro. And it's still fuck Miami, by the way. You right, Polk, true story. Where was didn't see Webb at all tonight. But To'Philly was looking right. Didn't need to see Webb because To'Philly was doing his thing. But you're right. That's a very interesting point to bring up. Didn't see Webb at all. Didn't see Dotson, Miko Dotson, the FAU transfer who led the nation in interceptions. We haven't seen that guy in 2 games. Yet I've consistently seen the other corner spot get beat. Haven't seen Dotson. I would love to see Demore Tate at least. Time to start getting in. And that's another thing, man. I'm not a fan of rotating these DBs. I'm looking on one series, you got Akeem Dent out there. Then I'm looking and you got Jarvis Browley out there. Then I'm looking and you got Jerry and Jones out there. Man, get a starting set of defensive backs and stick with it. Quite frankly, from what I see, Akeem Dent needs to be the opposite of Asante Samuel. Ain't saying the Dent is perfect, but we look better with Dent out there than we did the other 2 guys. Browley just got slat up, burnt multiple times. And if there's one guy you want to rotate, I would rotate Jerry in. I mean, at least he made a break on a ball today that he should have picked off, and he didn't. At this point, the depth chart should be based on who plays better. Bruh, all I want to see, I want to see sophomore and below playing on this team. I can't think, somebody name an upperclassman on this team that's playing well. Not name us, I think Asante's a junior. So other than Asante. Exactly, there isn't any. But I'm trying to get caught up on these comments, guys. I'm not trying to forget anybody. You know how I do. I like to catch up on everybody. Tyler, what's going on, homie? I'm being honest. I turned the game off. Bro, I started watching the box. I started watching Charlo twins halfway through the game. I got it on behind me right now. I know y'all can see a corner of the screen, whatever. First Charlo won his fight. pretty convincingly, man. Dude looked beat up. Dude he fought was messed up. And that's what I've been watching. That's what I've been watching. Let's see. Y'all were talking. I don't even know why I read that. New King, you ain't giving me no money. Nobody is any good. We can't get any pressure with the front, bro. That's why I just need to see freshmen. Josh Griffiths, that's a guy we need to continue to develop. He's the only defensive end to me that even pops off of the field. I don't even think I saw Quayshawn Fuller tonight or McClendon, but we could have used at least a rotation. Hell, play the freshman, man. Did anybody see Kane Doe tonight? Don't think I saw Kane Doe tonight. I could be wrong there, though. Could be wrong. Marvin Wilson is losing money by the game. Can't even tell he's on the field half of the time. Hamza did not play. You're right. We could have used them, but you know what? I don't blame Hamza. Hamza, go ahead and opt out, bro. I think you'd be one of the dogs on the defense, but go ahead and make you some money in the pros. Don't come in back here and embarrass yourself with this shit. Wasn't I just, and I'm just reading this comment, but wasn't I just reading? Wasn't I just saying this? This team is a mirror image of Blackman. Deer in the headlights, pouty, gets down. They don't have any fight. And I'm not, listen, Blackman has heart. I ain't saying Black's soft. I'm not saying Blackman don't compete. Blackman just, when he makes a mistake, he pretends, he act like somebody just stole his girlfriend and took her behind the school and beat her down. Like, come on, dog. Blackman need to get it together. Very hard, no heart. Only a few. You're right. A select few of them have any heart. Gaynor, Jay, Samuel Jr., like the only three I can think of. I don't know. There might not be a player on offense that has any heart. Our wide receivers damn sure don't. Cam McDonald might. Cam McDonald deserves more. That's a tight end that's extremely talented, and he deserves more. Toafili, freshman running back, he's a dog. You can see it. Young Bulls are coming. But we 3 and 4 years away, though. But the young Bulls will be there eventually. I'm catching up, though. Let's see. Scrolling. Jalen, what's going on, big homie? Man, we're so bad at quarterback. Chuba, where are you, Chuba? He's the only hope we got. All right, caught up on the comments for the most part. I didn't see Webb. But yeah. So here we are. 30 minutes into this joint. I don't even know what else to say. Hit the like button, please. You want to hear me keep ranting and complaining? You thought the Georgia Tech game was bad. Whew. 52-10. And the sad part, you know what the saddest part about the 52-10 is? At no point did I watch this game and think, damn, Miami's just better. If you understand what I'm saying, put a thumbs up in the comment section or something. At no point did I look at this game and go, Miami's ones are just better than our ones, or they just look more explosive. Oh my God. I don't know what Adam Fuller is doing with the three. It's not even a 3-4 that we're playing. It's a 3-3 hybrid because there's not a fourth linebacker. That fourth linebacker is actually the DN, but they're standing the DN up. We don't have those type of DNs to play that way. So I don't understand the 3-3 look 90% of the time. Our linebackers, we know they're not good in coverage. Thanks for the thumbs up. Because at no point and I even see some hurricanes giving me the thumbs up, because at no point did you look, in my opinion, and you know, I'm 100 all the time. But at no point was I watching this going, Miami just better than us. No, I'm watching this going, Miami wanted more, number one. And what are we calling on defense, Adam Fuller? What's up with this 3-3-5 that you're calling? Not a fan of that at all. We just struggled last year with a 3-4, and then instead of going to the 4-3 that we thought you were going with, you're running a 3-3/3-4. It's not a 3-4. I know on the outside, I know everybody's like, why are we running a 3-4? We're not running a 3-4. We're running a 3-3-5 type of hybrid where they're standing up J-Rob in coverage. And the down linemen are Durden or Lovett, Josh Griffiths, and then Marvin Wilson. They're essentially playing a 3-3-5. Not trying to get too much into X's and O's. We're playing a 3-3-5, and I don't understand it at all. You go back to these comments. Miami's offensive line definitely looked better. Look better than our defensive line, that's for damn sure. But again, we're running 3, dropping everybody in coverage. There was one time we blitzed and Dix had him and he missed. And you know what? I can live with Steven Dix, true freshman, who's actually playing spy. Steven Dix is spying De'Aaron King. He's watching him, realizes De'Aaron King's got nowhere to go, shoots the gap, this close to getting a sack, misses him by an inch. I can live with that all day. Got it. He missed it. De'Aaron King ended up getting positive yards on the play. I got it. But I can live with that. That's an aggressive. But I can't live for rushing 3, dropping everybody back, and hoping for the best. Don't understand it at all. I honestly have no idea what our defense is. Nobody does, Tyler. What are we running? We came into the season, everybody said Fuller was a 4-2-5 D coordinator. We're running a 3-3-5 as of right now. Is he not that confident in our backer? I don't know. I don't know what the mindset is of Alan Fuller. I don't know. I don't know what we're watching. This man never. What do you mean I never give Miami credit? Y'all beat us 52-10. You get credit from the simple fact that I'm going to acknowledge this comment even though you ain't drop a cash app. But I'm going to acknowledge this comment for the simple fact because I want you Miami fans, you candy cane hoes, to hear it right here, right now. You get credit from the simple fact that you, one, have a veteran quarterback who is good at what he does. There's not a Miami fan in the chat right now that can tell me De'Aaron King is accurate on that deep ball. He missed a lot of quite frankly, the score could have been worse if De'Aaron King was accurate on the deep ball, and he is not. What Miami gets credit for is that they are able to execute, and they have confidence. And they even talked about it during the game, and I usually don't even listen to commentary. But they said this team has a mentality and an attitude like their quarterback. And so does Florida State. It's just two contrasting styles. Our mentality is weak. Y'all have taken up De'Aaron King's sort of mentality and focus, and that's kudos to Miami. But if you want to sit here and tell me player for player, Miami's better, where? Y'all just execute better. And that's a kudos to your coaching, and that's a kudos to the players for having that mentality and that dog and that fight in them. Yeah, I don't know why we're running the 3 front, bro. I just gave you that, keep going as long as possible. Appreciate that. Destroy your mama is a better girl because she beat her then. I don't know what you're talking about, no blooded. Y'all defense slow. I don't know why y'all not running the 4-3. It's not even about the speed. I don't look at a situation where our defense is necessarily slow. I think we're slow to react. I think our defensive ends aren't any good. And I do think, the 4-3 would play into what these guys were recruited to do. By the way, gang stuff. Y'all see that? Polk County. Yeah, you see it. It's still FSU till I die. But you can let me be mad. As I pour my drink. I saw speed. Gainer's got speed. Steven Dix got speed. We have speed. We just have guys who are slow to react. You're right. Just put Amari at D line. At this point, I think they're playing Amari exactly where he needs to be put at. Because I think I don't know, because they're playing a 3-3-5 anyway. So essentially, Amari is playing the outside end. He's just standing up. They're actually playing him at that end spot. And it just doesn't look like it because we're playing a 3-man front. Hold on. Chat just jumped. I'm trying to find where I left. Okay. Stay up until 2 a.m. I don't even know what. Look, I'm in Hawaii. In Hawaii, it's only 6 o'clock. So I think that's 8 o'clock. 2 a.m. is 8 o'clock for y'all. So who knows how long I'll be on here. I'll be on here as long as the chat is full and people are willing to listen to me moan and complain. I don't like the reserves at wide receivers. Finally saw Poirier. We need to see more. We need to see more, Raymond. We need to see more. I need to see Brian Robinson. I need to see Poirier. I need to see Williamson. Warren Thompson? Look, I'll be the first to sit here and tell you guys. I'm not afraid to say when I'm wrong. I was wrong on Warren Thompson. To hell with Twitter fingers. He can go opt out. Opt out. Done with Warren Thompson. Tyler, see, me and Tyler are usually on the same page with a lot of our takes. Doesn't make any sense for a defensive coordinator to come from Memphis, where you almost had to run zone because of your lack of personnel. Then you come to Florida State and you do the same thing instead of manning up across the board. The key is man up with the right people, because when you put Browley in man, he got burnt. I need a Keem Dent over there, or I need Damori Tate, a 5-star defensive back. Yeah, I need him over there. Man the hell up, man. That little young brother sit on your show last week and talk about Florida ran from us. I have no idea what you're talking about. Fuller is not Adam Fuller. You talking about Adam Fuller? He's not looking like the goods 2 games into the season. That's for damn sure. Worst defensive coordinator in FSU history. Charles Kelly might want to argue that, but I'm not going to go that far with 2 games in, because Charles Kelly might have an argument there. I love Mike Norvell. How you feel about him? 2 games into the season, I don't have a problem with Mike Norvell. Listen, hold on. Let me put this one up there, Sniper Gang. I'm not going to judge the same way I didn't judge Toafili. Same way I didn't judge Taggart off of 2 games. I'm not going to judge Mike Norvell. I knew, again, not to toot my own horn, I said this offense would struggle. I especially early on. I said this offense is going to need to find rhythm. It's going to find chemistry. It's going to struggle. I got that. Especially as long as James Blackman's on the center, I knew this offense was going to struggle. Sip. What I need Adam Fuller to do is do what I wanted Taggart to do. See, what I wanted Taggart to do that he failed to do, I wanted Taggart to say, the hell with Jimbo Fisher's guys. I'm about to start playing my own guys, or playing some of the young guys that Jimbo Fisher recruited that never got a chance. It's time for Mike Norvell to look in the mirror, look at his team and go, you know what? I don't care if you're a senior. If you're a senior and you're worried about draft stock, opt out, because some of you guys ain't about to get no playing time no more. The Emmett Rices of the world. I don't want to throw Marvin Wilson and Tamarion Terry into that mix, because I know those guys are talented, but they're not playing like it. So I don't want to throw them in that mix. But there's some other guys. I said Emmett Rice. I said Leonard Warner. Bavion Johnson. I will get the same false starts from Thomas Schrader that I'll get from Bavion Johnson. So why am I playing a redshirt senior when I can grow my true freshman guard in Thomas Schrader or Zane Herring? My 2 freshman guards. They're going to make the same mistakes that my senior's going to make, so why am I wasting my time? That's the changes I want to see Norvell make. Yeah, Josh, we're essentially running 3-3-5, not a 3-4. Like I saw a lot of people on Twitter and a lot of people in the group chat saying we're running 3-4. We're not running 3-4, folks. It's essentially a 3-3-5, where that third backer is actually a DN, but they're standing them up. Is Miami back, or is it just? I don't care if Miami's back. The hell with Miami. I think Fuller was Norvell's third choice. Well, I know Fuller he coached defense at Memphis, so I don't know if he was his third choice or not, to be honest with you. But I know he brought him over from Memphis. That's a fact. Whether he was the third choice or not, I would love to know who his first choice was, quite honestly. Hold on, I'm checking my stuff. Tribe 5 says. Then the coaches said they was gonna bring pressure this game. Man, even when they brought pressure, they got picked up. At least run over the guy that picks you up. You gotta mix blitz passes when you only have 3 down linemen. You gotta do something. That's a damn sure. Man, we should have kept Taggart and save 18. That is real. And again, I'm not no Willie Taggart apologist. I'm one of the few that I supported him and I wanted him to be great, but I'm one of the few that thought that the firing was justified from what I saw on the field. But if we were going to play like this, we should have saved the money, let him ride out another year, recruit his guys, and then fire him. Hell, and that's not a knock on Norvell. Believe me, I'm giving Norvell enough time to do his thing. But damn. AR, what's going on, big homie? You guys have too much talent to be playing like this. We you know what? When you say we're slow at linebacker skyline, let's be specific. Because Steven Dix doesn't play slow. Amari Gaynor doesn't play slow. We know who's slow. It's the 2 senior freaking linebackers that have been in this program for the last 4 or 5 years who were thinking we're finally going to get something out. Leonard Warner and Emmett Rice. They're the ones. And Jaleel McCray isn't showing to be much better. I don't know why. Might as well stick DJ Lundy out there or Kavion Glenn out there at linebacker. Jaleel McCray doing boneheaded plays, just not playing well. Yes, it was bad. If we're gonna play like this, what does it hurt to have Odell? You see what LSU, and I'm not comparing the two, but Dan, you see what LSU did with Ed Orgeron. They hired Edo. Now LSU lost today, but LSU has also lost, their coordinators and stuff to other jobs. But you see what LSU did with that national championship? They hired an inside guy in Edo, surrounded him with $1 million coordinators. We could have saved the money on Odell, who you would not have had to break the bank on with Odell, and hired $1 million coordinators around Odell. Not saying I'm out. Again, this is not me saying I'm out on Mike Norvell. I'm giving Mike Norvell the ample amount of time, just like I did the previous staff. But looking at it, you could have did something with Odell and surrounded him with elite level coordinators. It's possible. No big plays by Miami. You know what? I said I wasn't going to acknowledge any of you Hurricane fans unless you drop the cash app, but I'm going to acknowledge this one. This goes back to my entire point. Did Miami just flat out beat us? Did they break out 60, 70-yard runs, 80-yard passes? No, there was no big plays. They just out-executed us. That was it. They put a hat on a hat. They blocked, ran the right routes, caught the ball. It's an amazing concept to know that wide receivers actually catch footballs and quarterbacks actually don't throw interceptions, even though King did throw an interception that was dropped by Jerry and Jones. But you get what I'm saying? They out-executed us. They didn't flat out whoop us in the one-on-ones. It's not like we didn't belong on the field. You got out-coached. Granted, our head coach wasn't there. I don't know how much a difference Mike Norvell makes. But we got out-coached and we got out-executed. And quite frankly, they got their hearts ripped out of their chest. Yeah. Again, drop a cash app if you're a Miami fan, or I'm not even reading your shit. Unless if you make a good enough point, man, I'll acknowledge you. But like all this bullshit I'm reading right now, yeah, I'm not gonna acknowledge any of that garbage. So where do we go from here, Florida State? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. As I glance at the boxing, Charlo's not on, but I glance at the boxing. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I said it, and I'm gonna stick to my guns. Tipper said we need the Avengers. 50 Cut say, damn, we need the Avengers. Yes, sir, boy. We need the Avengers. We need the damn Justice League. The fucking Ghostbusters. Bro, we need all of that. To me, dog, from here on out, I want to see the new guys. I've seen enough from the old guys for the last 4 years. There's nothing I need to see from these guys anymore. Corey Durden, where the hell were you? I can go on and on. I've seen enough from those guys. Give me the new guys and build for the future. Point blank, period. I'm not even drinking Hennessy, Dennis. I'm on my Remy tonight. But anyway, I'm going to get fucked up because I'm mad. Hit that like button if you're in the chat, folks. But yep, I'm thinking you go with the young boys and you build for the future. And you know what? At this point, is anybody expecting us to beat other than fucking Jacksonville State? Let's be honest. Who are we expected to beat this year? I'd have to go to the schedule, but I don't even think we play Wake Forest or Syracuse. Maybe we can beat a Duke. Like, seriously, we're not looking good this year, folks. Unless a light switch clicks somewhere and this team gets it together, which isn't going to happen. Offensively, we are inept. While the team as a whole didn't play great, majority of the blame goes to the offense. Because we can't establish anything. We can't maintain drives. We can't give our defense isn't perfect by any means. But you can at least help them out by maintaining time of possession. And we can't even do that. Only time we do it when Jordan Travis is in the game. Don't rush Purdy back. That's all I'm going to say. 1738, yes, sir. What's up, CJ? I know I said I wasn't going to acknowledge y'all, but you know. 1738. See, I put it in my nifty little thingy. You know, big boy shit. Yep, Panama said it. Duke, NC State, and Jackson. That's it. That's all we got. That's all. That's all we doing, dog. Gator tied 4. Yeah, no one cares about the Gators. See, now, Mr. Glass, I don't even totally agree with that. I look at some of those guys I like. Some of those guys I like. Matter of fact, I like from the inside Maurice Smith, Lucas, and I like the transfer we got from FIU. I like Washington, but Washington is more of a guard. And we're playing him at tackle at a necessity. Thank God we just got Rod Orr as a commitment, even though I don't think he's a day one starter. But he's definitely a guy we need at the position. We really needed another tackle in the transfer portal. So we could have moved Darius Washington inside, sat Bayvion's ass on the bench, and had a better tackle. Darius Washington is a guard playing tackle, but he's an athletic enough guard that he can play tackle in spurts. But against some of the better guys, you see him struggling. You saw him struggle tonight. But I don't think we look small. We do look. Maurice Smith is small, but he'll get bigger. I think for the most part, I don't think we look too small. Again, Everybody wants to go on this O-line, and I'm not there. I'm not saying they played well tonight, but I thought as a group they actually played solid. I thought Darius Washington and Bavion Johnson, two key links in the offensive line, did not have their best games. Bavion, there's no excuses for you. Darius, you're a red shirt freshman. Got it. You had one of your worst performances to date. Tyler says, I just don't understand how Fuller's description of the defense is so different from what's on the field. Thank you. Fuller came in. I'm a 4-2-5. Pretty much, man. Now, again, I watched him a little bit at Memphis when we got him. I wanted to look and see what he did. He played in the zone out of necessity at Memphis, but I guess he forgot he came over to goddamn Tallahassee because that's all he's playing here. But exactly, he came in saying he ran X defense, but he's playing Y defense. I keep using these math terminologies because I'm currently taking a math class right now. And I'm on here with you guys instead of doing my homework. So again, drop the cash app. I got homework I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm drinking and on here crying my eyes out to my supporters. Shows your boy some love. I could be doing homework right now, trying to get these A's. Instead, I'm over here struggling in college algebra. Hate that shit. Where we at? Let me go back to the comment. Damn, comments going fast tonight. Black man out here forgetting what sport we playing. Man. What's going on, Todd? Good to see you. Let's chat. Todd, we here, homie. Chop it up. That's what we hear. Poke, that's my drink. Hey, so go ahead and pour you one, CJ, so we can be on. Even though I know your drink is a celebratory drink, and my drink is a drink of depression and sadness. Irv Gotti, what's going on? Damn that, 3 wins. Gotta let Norvell get his own kids in here. I agree. I'm not passing any judgment on Mike. I'm not calling for his head like I know a lot of irrational people are. It's not what I'm doing. I am saying that, hell, if we were going to play like this, you could have saved money, gave Odell the job, and put that money into the coordinators, or, hell, let Willie Taggart get that 3rd year of his contract out the way. I do believe if the school knew COVID was going to be a thing, Willie Taggart would be our head coach right now. My bad. Got quiet a little bit. I'm reading these comments. Running backs looked good, and where was Corey Wren speed kills? A lot of people have been asking about Corey. We haven't seen him, but I know I saw Ja'Kai Douglas. I saw Toafili look better than Corbin has looked. I don't think we saw any Webb tonight, which is very weird. But I did see Ja'Kai Douglas, and I did see Toafili. But I've been saying about Corey Wren from the jump, that's probably a dude that you need to get some size on. Yes, speed kills, but big hits on skinny dudes can kill too and break ankles and backs and necks. So Corey Wren got to get in a weight room before he get on the field. Mr. H, what's going on, big homie? Hey, Pope, our problem is starters are super lazy. You can tell they don't work hard. They don't go full. Yeah, you know what? I'm all there with you. Again, I don't want to see him no more. If you are a red shirt sophomore and up, I probably don't want to see you anymore. Now, there's a few exceptions. Don't get me wrong. I want to see true freshmen and true sophomores from here on out. Because, damn it, I done seen enough. I've done seen enough. At this point, I can't even say 100%. What are the chances we beat Jack State? Man, at this point, I'll give it 60. He said, no, bro, they did not play Bill. Who are you talking about, Brandon? It's good I think it's my first time seeing you, Brandon, so hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. But thanks for the support. Tyler says, I'm with you, Pope. Play our young guys. Let them improve. If you're going to lose the rest of the games anyway, what's the point of seriously, and this ain't even emotions talking. If I'm Mike Norvell, I go to Tamarion Terry, I go to Hampson Nasruddin, I go to Marvin Wilson, because those are the three guys that I think have draft potential on this team. And I say, hey, we're in a rebuild. This is legit. I'm not even emotional talking right now. This is like legit what I would do. Hey, guys, we're in a rebuild right now. It would benefit you and us for you guys to opt out and focus on the draft. And that's not even from an on-field perspective, because Hamza hasn't even played, so I'm not knocking Hamza at all. I think he could help this team tremendously. But just from a coach to player look at it and what's best for these guys' future, because game after game, Marvin Wilson's stock is dropping, folks. He's not having any effect on these games. And I'm one of the biggest defenders of him, because I believe from the defensive tackle position, they affect the game in ways that does not show up on stat sheets. It doesn't show up on the stat sheet, and it doesn't initially show up on the field unless you really go and watch it. That's what the defensive tackles do. They're like the guards of the defense. Defensive tackles like offensive guards. A lot of times what they do goes unnoticed, but sometimes it's the most important stuff that happens on a football field, right? So I'm one of the biggest defenders of Marv. But at some point, if you want to be that transcendent talent that I think Marv can be, you have to make your impact felt. And Marvin Wilson's not doing that. Opt out, man, and save yourself some money and go pro. Terry, not doing yourself any favors. Opt out and go kill the combine. Run the 4.3 that I think you can run and go make millions of dollars like that. And Hamza, don't rush your injury. Get fully healed. Go show out at the combine and make your money too. At this point, those top guys, we need to move on, build depth, and those top guys should probably go and think about their future. Here we go on these comments. Man, the comments just jumped real quick, so I don't know where I left off at. I'm trying to go back up. Okay, here we go. Dent's not a bad player. And I'm acknowledging you, Dennis. But Dent's not, I'm not going to sit here and say Dent didn't play bad. So don't throw shots at Akeem Dent. Akeem Dent needs more snaps. To hell with the rotations. To hell with one series playing Akeem Dent. The next series you go to Jarvis Bradley, who gets beat deep for touchdowns and gives up big plays. Then the next series you go to Jerry and Jones, who gets beat consistently. Oh, and then when he does have a pick, he drops it. Give me Dent. In my opinion, out of those guys I just mentioned, Dent played the best. You got one corner spot locked down. Give me Dent at the other spot. He said at this point, watch it. You know what? No matter how sad they make me, man, I cannot stop watching. But in my 32 years on this earth, this is the worst FSU I've seen in my 32 years. And it's not really even close. It's really not close. And it's a shame how the mighty have fallen. 5, 6 years ago, we were on top of college football. It's a shame how the mighty have fallen. And anybody who thinks this has anything to do with facilities, bullshit. This has to do Jimbo Fisher, and I'm going to be real. I'm going to 100 facts right now. Jimbo Fisher won that national title, and he rested on his laurels. He let kids do what they wanted to do. He thought he was the next. He got the big head, thought he was the next Nick Saban, thought he could just – one of the things Jimbo Fisher did on his way up to greatness, what a lot of people forget about, but again, I've watched this team for so long, and I don't just watch them, I watch them. Jimbo Fisher was a master scouter his first years leading up to that national championship at Florida State. We found guys like Xavier Rhodes, 3-star. Devontae Freeman was unranked. Cameron Irvin, 2-star. I can go on and on. Bjorn Warner, unranked. I can go on and on about the guys that Jimbo Fisher scouted and was able to find and turn into first-round prospects. The E.J. Manuel's 3-star, Christian Ponder, 3-star. I can go on and on about the guys that Jimbo was able to find and make first-round level draft picks. When Jimbo Fisher finally made it, he rested on his laurels. He started recruiting for stars. Look at the seniors and juniors on this team right now. They are Jimbo Fisher players, and all of them were blue chips, and all of them suck. Because Jimbo Fisher stopped scouting, and Jimbo Fisher started counting stars because he thought it was Nick Saban. The difference between Bama and Florida State, as Bama recruits at such a high clip, they can afford to miss out on their 5 stars and their blue chip 4 stars because they got a guy that's right there behind them that's better. If that 5-star doesn't pan out, the 5-star behind him will. We didn't have that luxury. So when Jimbo Fisher put all his eggs into the Malik Henry bandwagon, all his eggs into the Malik Henry basket, and all his eggs into the DeAndre Johnson basket, and when he got kicked off the team, the Landon Dickersons who couldn't stay healthy but magically stayed healthy for Bama, when he put all his eggs into these baskets, there was nothing to fall back on, and that's why we are where we are right now, folks. Do I want to sit here and blame Jimbo Fisher? No, but I think the facts, it didn't just start at Willie Taggart. That shit started after 2013. If you don't believe me, watch how that 2014 team played with all the same talent, with the exception of Jernigan and Telvin Smith. They had all the same talent, including a Heisman-winning quarterback, and they played down to standard because they had the big head and we didn't have a coach to keep him focused. You know why? Because he had the big head too. Yes, Black has heart, but no football IQ. Let me catch up on the comments. Go Who's? What the hell? Man, if you don't get your corny ass go, who are you? Who's? Yeah, who the hell are you, man? Get the hell out of here. That boy said, go Who's. Now I just ran it on Jimbo for here, so I'm catching up on the comments. But Skyline's like, preach, poke, preach. It's all fact, bro. I don't blow smoke. And yes, I give my opinion. I'm not saying I don't. But what I'm telling you is how I feel 100% and what I believe is the facts. This started with Jimbo after Jimbo won that championship. I don't know if Jimbo sacrificed the GOAT to the gods, and that's how we got that chip, and it's been downhill since, and he sold the soul. But they need to send that shit over to A&M if that's the case. Or what I really believe is Jimbo Fisher being having a motivated Jimbo, who was one of the best college football coaches in the country, and having a Jimbo who thought he made it and maybe had some personal life problems going on as well. I'm not going to deny that. It's the biggest differences in what Florida State is and where they were. But the mighty have fallen. But we will rise again. UAB probably beat us. It is what it is. It was an easy transition. Absolutely. Jimbo Fisher being an offensive coordinator and the head coach in waiting, it was an easy transition. But again, you saw the hunger. And even though when Jimbo Fisher first took over, like people forget, right? Jimbo didn't start recruiting at an A1 clip until, I would argue, let's see, we won the title in 13. I say 2011 and up is when he started really getting the LaMarcus Joyners, the Timmy Jernigans, the Mario Edwards. Like those are all 5-star type caliber prospects. Before then, Jimbo Fisher wasn't really recruiting at that club. He was in the mid-teens to the low 20s. But he was scouting at such an amazing clip. Xavier Rhodes was a 3-star wide receiver, turned into an all-pro DB in the NFL. Same thing with Devontae Freeman. Unranked, all-pro running back. Cameron Irving, first-round offensive line pick. These are the guys. Bjorn Warner was a first-round D-line pick. Tank Carradine. Tank Carradine was a JUCO, but at the same time, they scouted so well with these guys. With unheard of Telvin Smith, 3-star, all-pro linebacker. We can go on and on. I can keep doing this and go on and on. Jimbo was able to scout so incredibly well, it made up. But that's because he was motivated. He had something to prove. He had to have something to prove because he forced Bobby Bowden out the door. So he had to have something to prove. And he did it. And once he did it, he felt he made it. And it's been downhill ever since. We got to give Norvell time to get his guys. We got to give Norvell some time to get his guys. But if you in here, man, I got 100 people in here, man, and I love every person who joins the chat, interacts, comments. But hey, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, support the channel, bro. That's what we do here. I'm here, win or loss, every time, giving y'all this raw emotion, raw football takes is what I do. I don't give you war chants take. I don't give you On the Bench podcast, which are all podcasts I listen to, by the way. So I'm not knocking any of those channels. What I'm saying is everything you get here is 100% from me and how I see the game. 100% I take that back. 90% me, about 10% of the 1738. Or whatever I'm drinking on that night. At this point, we have to let him get his guys. Again, that's why the banner is what it is. 3 to 4 year rebuild. It is what it is, FSU fans. We got to face the facts. We thought when we hired Taggart, Taggart was going to come in here with Jimbo's recruits and just do it. The facts are Jimbo recruited a bunch of scrubs. A bunch of guys that look good on highlight tape, but got nothing in here and nothing up here. This is what it is. And until those guys, because if you, again, look at this team, look at the players who made mistakes tonight, tell me who recruited them. Majority of them are Jimbo guys. Some of them are Taggart guys and the Warren Thompsons of the world. But majority of them are that 2016, 2017 recruiting class that was very highly touted, and they're not good. What team you talking about, John? You said that team was really bad, but this could be worse. Which one are you talking about? Because this is the worst Florida State team I've seen in my 32. I can't think of one worse. And that's including the previous 2 years where we were pretty damn bad. I can't think of one worse than this team, though. I really can't. Even those Drew Weatherford-led teams, I don't think were this, even those teams competed. We get 52-10. I can't. I don't see it. Yeah, that's what team you're talking about. But that Wake team had some NFL talent on it. I don't know. I think this might be worse than that one, though. What year was that? Was that 20? What year was that? Like what we lost, like 31-0 to Wake. I remember. I just can't remember the year. That's like 2003 or 2004. Don't remember. That was a bad team though. But I think this one might be worse, bro. This one might be worse. Do you think Norvell would have done a better job if he came instead of Willie? If we would have initially got Norvell instead of Willie, I think we'd be in a better spot. I do. I'm not here to pile on Willie. Again, I wanted Willie to succeed. But there was a lot of stuff that was wrong with Taggart, not only on the field, but the way the program was being run. That had me – I question why Taggart hired a lot of his friends, man. He hired a lot of his buddies. when I hear recruits say I wasn't even considering Florida State as long as Willie Taggart was the coach, that's damning. You know what I'm saying? In my 39 years, this is the worst team I've ever witnessed. Yeah, see, you got more years than me, Lorenzo. That's what I'm saying. I got 32, you got 39. This is easily probably the worst one. Yeah, was it 20? Was it 2006 that we lost weight? I know it was one of them squads, and I get you. I know those teams were bad, but guess what? Those teams were still making bowl games. Those teams were still making bowl games. We were lucky to make a bowl game last year. And if this was a normal college football season, we probably wouldn't make a bowl game this year. So it is what it is. Yeah, Clemson's going to be a massacre. Darnell Dockett's one of my favorite FSU players of all time. We don't have dudes like that. Not on this team, we don't. And he took it back with Greg Jones. Greg Jones is probably my second favorite Florida State running back. Dalvin's number one for me. I go Dalvin and then Greg Jones. I know a lot of people like Warwick Dunn, but Greg Jones, that was just a dude that if he could have stayed healthy, Greg Jones changes the game. We don't have guys like that no more. We damn sure don't got nobody like a Darnell Dockett on this team. Hell no. Darnell was a beast. Again, I don't know where we go from here, man. At this point, do we stick with – so we saw Rodemaker at the end of the game. My question is, do you stick with Rodemaker? I think I said it after game one. Blackman's broken. And at this point, can you even go back to him? He was benched twice in this game. If you didn't notice, okay, we started off the game with Blackman and Jordan Travis in the game at the same time, running mixed packages, handing the ball off to Jordan Travis on reverses. I loved it. I thought the first series, obviously it was a scripted first series, but still, good first series. I like the play calling. I like the usage. Dillingham lost his shit after that. He went up, instead of going back to that, you went away from it. Got it. I would say, was it about in the third quarter that they went permanently with Jordan Travis until he got hurt? And then they went with Tate Rodemaker. They threw Blackman in there for a couple drives, and then they went to Tate Rodemaker. Did they just do that because of the score? Nah. If you're that invested with Blackman and you want to get him as much, I know he's a redshirt junior, but you want him to get as much cohesion as possible, you keep Blackman in the game. I don't care what the score is. The fact that they pulled him for Tate Rodemaker tells me the coaching staff is not confident in James Blackman. You could possibly see Rodemaker going here until Purdy's ready to go. From here on out, you may just see a Rodemaker-Purdy battle with Jordan Travis getting his same type of packages. This might be it, but guys, Black might be officially done. Black might be officially done. Let me catch up on the comments. Let me scroll up. All right. I think we need to go majority. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Terry. Just from this on out, go youth. Marvin Wilson is a great value. Calais Campbell. Marvin Wilson used in the right way Marvin Wilson will be fine. He's not the impact player. I think that people, right? He's not Aaron Donald or something to that nature. And used in the right system, he'll be fine. Marvin will be fine. But he can't be the best player. I won't say that, but he can't be the best player on your entire D line when you have no defensive end pass rush. Marv's not a pass rusher. Warwick Dunn is the reason I'm a Tampa Bay fan. I hear you. Look, no shots at Warwick Dunn. But my two running backs are Dalvin Cook for obvious reasons. And that man, Greg Jones, I mean, just to keep the rivalry alive, because we can't do it in the year 2020. But if you don't remember, Greg Jones ran Sean Taylor over in midfield, one-on-one, whap, and kept it trucking. That boy Greg Jones was different. He was different. He just had bad knees, couldn't stay healthy, and eventually went as a fullback in the pros. But that boy Greg Jones, even Jonathan Vilma said it himself. He says the one player that struck fear in their hearts was Greg Jones. Greg Jones, that's my top. That's one. That's my guy. We need to find some guys on this team that actually cares about winning. We let these guys kill us, and they didn't even seem to care. Yep. No. Again, nobody showed any emotion, right? I agree. No one showed any emotion. No one was like. Granted, I don't want to see it, especially in a close game. But hell, in a blowout, somebody showed me some emotion. Cry on the sideline, something. Hell, didn't get none of that. Everybody just seemed like, oh well, we suck. Marvin Wilson just needs to go ahead and opt. We should start Travis. We should definitely keep the packages with Travis. I don't know if we should start him. Again, they don't let him throw. They don't let him throw. Charlo about to fight here in a minute. Panama says, I'm not a Norvell guy for one reason only. When he inherited Memphis, Juncho Fuente had Memphis team already built. He is just an average coach. You can make the case. I think I talked about this way early when we signed, when we hired Norvell. I think the key when you're looking at coaches like that, because Fuentes ain't doing great shit at Virginia Tech. I mean, they're solid, but they're not doing great things there. My thing with Norvell is the team improved every year under him, and he improved on the statistics under like Fuentes left a solid foundation, and Norvell continued to build on it. They didn't go stagnant or down. So I think, we'll see. At least the Lord makers the ball hands that quick. The poor offensive line, that's something a QB has to do. This will cause more separation. What do you mean? What do you mean, Andy? This will cause more separation. Yeah, I got turn this up a little bit. Not too much because I don't want to get flagged. Just a little bit. I think I can listen to it as long as I don't show it, right? Turn it up a little bit. Charlo, the other second brother, is about to fight and unify the title, so I'm definitely gonna be watching that. I'll probably watch it again because I got it recording. If you don't know, I'm also a big boxing guy. So anyway, but yeah, Andy. Okay, Andy's talking about recruiting. This will cause more separation in recruiting. At the end of the day, yes, you're gonna have guys that look at it and go, damn, whatever. But I do think, you see it all the time in other programs. The kids these days care more about relationships than they care necessarily about, like, I'm 32, but had God given me the talent to be a D1 prospect, I don't care who would have coached Florida State, right? I would have been a Seminole. I wouldn't have gave a damn. Kids nowadays, they're a little bit smarter. They're like, you know what? I may have grew up like Dalvin Cook was one, where he grew up a Gator fan, but committed to Clemson, then eventually committed to Florida State. These guys look at it and they go, who's going to get me ready for the next level? And yes, I think it will hurt recruiting? We just got a big recruit over the weekend in Rod Orr. We need guys. Hell, It's very hard for me to say. Like, I can't even give you a definitive answer because honestly, wins never help. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that a win helps anything. But if the staff is as good as I think maybe they are or can be in terms of recruiting, you convince kids to come change the fabric of your program. Come change it. Come be the guy. One of the great things I heard from I think it's Nesta, the defensive tackle at Miami, number 1, I believe. One of the great things I heard from him and that I respect about him more than anything is that dude said, I can go to Bama and be great. I can go to LSU and be great. I can go to Ohio State and be great. But why not make the crib great again? And you have to recruit those guys. You have to recruit those guys that say, you know what? I don't want to ride the wave because anybody can go ride the wave. I want to make the crib great again. I want to be a part of something special, different. That's what Jimbo did. Again, before Jimbo lost his way, Timmy Jernigan grew up a Gator fan. Go look it up. Timmy Jernigan grew up a Gator fan. And when Odell told Jernigan, you're a Seminole, Timmy Jernigan said, man, you crazy. And look what happened. Because they believed in the coaches and wanted to be a part of something different and special. If you can convince a kid of that as a recruiter, you got him. We'll see what happens going forward. With Rod Orr out of Alabama. That's the 4-star offensive tackle you're referring to, cable guy. Very much needed prospect at that. I'm gonna this upcoming week expect to see a video breakdown of him. If you're a regular on the channel, if you're a subscriber and you've been watching me for a while, you know that I do breakdowns of every commit we get. And so Rod Orr will be coming up in the week. No doubt, Lorenzo. I need to see Portier on the field way more than Warren Thompson. As far as I'm concerned, Warren Thompson can go follow his boy Willie, even though I know they don't like each other. Go follow your boy Willie at FAU. Because all you did was talk this offseason and last season, throw coaches under the bus. Come game time, you don't catch nothing. Miami 21, FSU 2013 boys start. That would have been a damn good game. I'm not going to lie. Miami had Hall of Famers across the board. And while FSU in 2013, we had all pros. I don't know if we have any Hall of Famers on that team, right? Vontae Freeman turned in all pro. And Jalen Ramsey's an all pro. And if Derwin could stay healthy, we know what he can do. And Telvin Smith was an all pro. Jernigan's a Super Bowl winner. Ronald Darby's a Super Bowl winner. We had boys, but I mean Clinton Portis, Edrin James. They got Andre, right? Didn't y'all have Andre Johnson on that team too? Like, man, that's a hell of a game, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Little off topic here, but do you think FSU basketball team got robbed last season during the tournament? When they can't, I would have loved to see us try to make a run. No doubt. Good point, Christopher. Right, very good point. Get the right piece in here or there, and you can definitely turn it around quicker than expected. But it's going to start with a quarterback. It's no coincidence that Miami got a guy again. And I don't, every time I give D'Eriq King props, I always got to reel it back a little bit because I don't think D'Eriq King's anything to write home to your mama about. But he's a smart, veteran-style quarterback who knows what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. And you can't coach that, or you can't, you can't deny that those are great things or great attributes to have from your quarterback. Because look at what we got. James Blackman's played as much college football as D'Eriq King, and yet one guy looks like a freshman, the other guy looks like a redshirt senior. So absolutely, I just think it starts with a quarterback. Though. Until we get a guy who's completely confident and knows what he's doing, we're going to be in the complete state that we're in. I'm not monetized yet, Yella. I wish, but if you really want to donate, Yella, which I do appreciate, I got the hashtag scrolling across. That's my Cash App, ALO Money 863. That's scrolling across the bottom right there. If you really want to donate to me, I'm not monetized. I'm still a small channel. I got 95 people in here watching you, boy, so I am humbled. But for the most part, still a small channel. I'm not monetized yet, so I don't have the super chats yet. Once I get there, believe me, y'all can. But if you really want to donate to me, Yella, you can drop it at the Cash App, man. I'd appreciate it. Brian Stork, Super Bowl winner. Yeah. Come on, keep it. We can keep naming guys. Big. That would have been a great game. That would have been a great game to watch. Charlo knocked him down in the first round. Hey, them Charlo boys ain't nothing nice, boy. I'm missing it. Good thing I got a recording, so when I'm doing here, I'll watch it back. But it's only the first round, and he done knocked them down. But let me go back. Let me not get too preoccupied with that. So to your point, Tyler, I think two things. Well, yeah, I do think that's a blunder. I think Norvell, he was pretty adamant about not going after the transfer quarterback. I definitely think if he could go back and look at it, he'd be like, damn, James Blackman is as bad as people were saying. I think he would go after the transfer. Appreciate you, Yella. And that's for anybody else, man. If you want to support the channel, again, I rarely come on here asking for anything. If you've been following me, you know I don't really ask for shit, but like Yella pointed it out, man. If you want to donate to the channel and help me grow this thing, it only gets bigger the more support I get. And I feel like, look at the people I got in the chat. I got 97 watching me. We in here, we talking college sports, we talking shit to each other and all that good stuff. If you want to grow the channel, man, if you want to grow the community, it starts with one, me putting out the content that y'all guys want to see as my supporters. Again, I never call you guys fans because I'm not big enough to have any fans. But as supporters, it starts with me putting out stuff you guys want to see. And then it starts with, you guys supporting me, man, supporting the channel so I can pay for some of this stuff. And everything I do so far is coming out of my pocket. But again, you do what you want to do. I never ask for anything. At the end of the day, I started this thing for fun, as a hobby, not even really to honestly make money. Christopher Wright says, "Yep, QB is the ticket. Hell, look at Miami receivers, Pope and Harley. All they do, they're not good. Thank you, Christopher." So when I sit here and I tell you guys, I'm watching the game and their ones ain't no better than our ones. It's just they execute better. That's the crap I'm talking about. Pope ain't. Man, come on. It's Pope. Miami fans in the chat. Seriously, real talk. Put your bias to the side. What round is Pope getting drafted? I don't even know Pope. I don't even know if Pope's a freshman, junior. I don't know what Pope is. But seriously, what round is Pope getting drafted? What round is Harley getting drafted? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. I'll see what you guys say. Somebody be like, man, they're all first round talents when we know they're not. But Christopher hit the nail on the head. Get the right quarterback and get guys that execute, and you got something. UM's wide receivers were nothing to write home about. That's why I said the only position I was worried about was the tight ends. Because at Florida State, without Hampson Azardine, we couldn't match up with the tight ends. We didn't have the personnel. And it showed on that first drive. But other than that, man, yep, Frank Gore was a beat. Man, that's what I'm saying. That Miami team was loaded, dog. Frank Gore is still playing in the NFL right now. That's crazy. Okay, you're right. I'll leave that right there. But yeah, Halo Monday, that is my cash app. You're right. Let me change that. If you want, again, it's all from people that if you want to support me, I'm gonna change that right now though. That's a good tip. Um, Definitely should put that. Want to hit your boy up and donate $1? Hell, I don't give a damn. But that is definitely the Cash App scrolling across the screen. What message are you talking about? But yeah, he's still a midget, and he still can't throw the deep ball. Hell, I'm not a hater. I gave y'all plenty of props. Use the hater. Get out of here with that bullshit, Dante. Yeah, I don't understand why we don't see more of a Jordan Young. Like, even if you think the freshmen aren't ready, right? So we are young at the receiver position. We lose Isaiah Bolden, we lose DJ Matthews, so we don't have a lot of depth there. So even if you think the young guys aren't ready, Jordan Young has been on the in the program for 3 years. He can't do any worse than Warren Thompson. All right, let me catch up on these because ain't nobody really, y'all ain't really talking about much. There's something about James Blackman that convinces coaches that he can be fixed. I think people see Black's arm. He has an arm. You can't deny his arm talent. So I agree with you, Tyler. Again, me and Tyler are usually always on the same page. I think you watch a James Blackman and you're like, if I can just get this in here, I'd have me a damn quarterback. Except that this in here never comes to fruition, you know? But like, yeah, like he's tall, he's got the arm, he's got the attributes. Um, but yeah, he folds when it's time to fold for sure. Walt Bell, my man, that's one of my first subscribers. What's going on? I'm pretty lit, but I'm not like drunk. I'm feeling good. Even though man, look at this. If you want to know how much liquor was in here, go watch my halftime reaction. It was about up to here. So I've killed this by myself. I might be feeling it in the morning. Might be feeling it. Oh, look at that. Jimmy, thank you. Um, Whoever Jimmy is in the chat, I appreciate you. I just got a cash app from Jimmy. $5 cash app, man. Good stuff, man. I definitely appreciate the support. Again, anybody that wants to show support. But that's my boy Yella. I can tell by the pic. All right, Yella, man. Thanks for that support, big homie. That's good stuff. Yella with the super. I'll call her the super chat, but Yella with the cash app. Definitely appreciate that. Keep going down. Damn, the chat just jumped. All right, here we go. Pope Jr. Okay, so Pope's a junior. Again, I'm a little behind in the chat, so forgive me because y'all are talking a lot. So somebody tell me, Pope's a junior, right? Where's Pope getting drafted at? And let's be real. That's all I'm asking, man. Let's be 100. Be 100. Pope is not being drafted. Okay, coming from a diehard Miami fan, your tight ends are elite. I think you got two tight ends that are NFL tight ends. I think your running backs are. I think Jalen Knighton has the potential to be very good. I think Cam Harris is good. I don't know if he's, Cam Harris is a third, fourth round pick, which isn't bad. I'm not hating on Cam Harris. Like, do I think he's a first round pick? Not necessarily. I think Brevin Jordan and the other guy you got a chance to be first round type guys. But thank you, Dylan. Pope isn't elite by any stretch of the imaginations. Yet he beat our guy. Yet he outplayed our guy, which is fine. He played, but again, that's just we need guys to play better. Not you guys are so uber talented than us. Can you see me comment? I see you, Philip. I might just not be paying you no attention, but yeah, I see you comment, Philip. I haven't blocked. I don't think I've ever blocked anybody from my channel. Just so you guys know. Hold on, I'm trying to make sure I get this. I'll be trying to still figure out how to use this damn Cash App. What the hell? Like I saw yellow, but I don't know if I accepted the money or not. I don't know what I'm doing here. Fifth round players, we know that. Harley drops touchdown. Sue G's, it's horrible. We got more talent, undeniably. I don't know who you are a fan of, D2, but I don't think either team can sit here and say that they have more talent, undeniably. To the Knowles and Knowles fans. Okay, so Chris, you're not a Knoll fan, but I'm gonna highlight your comment here. I want to read it. The Knowles and Knowles fans, good luck to the rest of the season. You guys will be back, and Miami FC will have those great. I really hope so, Chris. Which NFL team do I root for? I used to, for the most part, man, I root for the Bucks. But I'm not really happy with the way they did my homie Jameis. I felt like they wait till Jameis left and then started putting all the pieces around him. And Brady's not really looking like all that, but for the most part, it's the Bucks. You have talent because if you're talking about Miami, they don't have more talent than Clemson. That's a hot lie. Okay, so they beefing in the chat. See you in the valley. That's a Clemson fan. And I'm gonna read what Clemson has to say. Little brother Clemson, and yes, you are our little brother. I don't care how great you guys are, but guess what, Polk County? The great thing about this year for me is that Clemson Tigers going to slap both of these teams up. Miami and Florida State in 1 year. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Ain't no problem. Like my dog Shannon Sharp said, ain't no problem. You still the little brother. You still the little brother. Your history don't compare to Miami's or Florida State's. Ain't no problem. Ain't no problem. How many Heisman winners y'all got? Oh, shit. How many Heisman winners Clemson got? How about NFL All-Pros? How about first-round draft picks? Hall of Famers. Okay. So we're done there. We're done with the Clemson BS for the night. Let me catch up on chat. Lorenzo, Murray receivers. They're not great. They're not great. But again, outside of Asante, did any of our corners play good? No. Not at all. It's already the fourth round, and I'm not even paying attention to what's going on. I'm assuming Charlo's winning. He got the knockdown in the first round. Again, if you're a boxing guy, he looks in control. I got this recorded, so I'm gonna go back and watch it anyway. My Twitter, I'll put my Twitter in the chat. Yeah, if you're not following me, man, I'll put my Twitter and my Instagram in the chat. Go follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. All right, there's my Twitter. Tyler says he sent me a cash app. Tyler, appreciate you. Again, I'm trying to figure out these cash apps, man. Like I'm getting announcements, but I be forgetting. I get my wife to show me how to do this. Yeah, see, I'm seeing Tyler, Jimmy, and Jonathan. Again, thank you all of you guys. Um, that I'm getting cash apps from. I just don't know how to accept it. Am I tripping right now? Jamanda! Pope is not what he was talked up to be. That's pretty good for the past. But that's what I'm just talking about being a little brother, Clemson. You guys are good now. Congratulations. It took you 30 years to get relevant. But I do appreciate your support. See you in the valley. Don't take the trash talk as anything personal, man. Let me figure out how to get these damn cats. Jamanda! Come here! I need your help. I do. Like, I thought I knew how to do this. How do you? Nobody can see you. Nobody can see you. How do you accept cash apps?
My nigga, come on.
Philip say I already accepted. Is it? I don't know. Chris Ricks never beat Miami. He beat Florida though. See, people love putting words in mouths. Clemson will fall soon. I don't know if Clemson will fall soon. I mean, shout out to Clemson. I mean, if we can get back to where we are, and Miami can continue to, rise, ACC is going to be, competing with the SECs of the world. So I'm not wishing necessarily for Clemson's downfall. I'm just wishing for Florida State's. They said it was already success.
It is, but I can't. Hold on.
Yeah, I couldn't bring it up either. Like, usually I'm able to bring it up.
Yeah. You finished that whole thing?
Yep.
You sleeping in the man cave tonight.
Okay. See you later. Polk County, I like you a lot, man. You cool as fuck. Now let's talk about high arrest records that you have more. Well, Miami's got more high arrest records than Florida State, man. If you want to go that route. But real talk, like, it is what it is. If you want to have I mean, look what Florida had back when they were winning championships. You want to have a national championship winning squad, you kind of have to have those. Got to have some suspect individuals in there. You know what I'm saying? Don't lose by 42. Don't know who Billy talking to. Dennis. Pope, don't know how to accept cash apps. FSUs can't cook. Man, Dennis, I'm about to kick your ass. Bubba Bolden in the first round potential. You think so? You think Bubba Bolden's first round potential? I don't know. Gotta go watch some more Bubba Bolden's tape. He's a solid safety. I think you're pushing it with first round, bro. I'm not saying he's not a draftable player, but first round talent, I don't think Bubba Bolden, when you're talking first round, is Bubba Bolden known in college football circles like that? I don't think so. You feel me? I'm not saying Bubba Bolden's not a good player, but let's be real. I don't think he's first round. He's not first round. And Polk, calm down now, CJ. But yeah, man. Y'all know, man. 100 people in the chat. Man, hit the like button, please. If you haven't already. With 100 people, let me check. With 100 people, I should have 100 plus likes in this mug. Hit the like button. If you haven't, subscribe. And if you haven't, share it with your boy. Even if you're not a Florida State fan, man, share it with the college football fans. I got Clemson players in here. I saw some Georgia fans in here. I saw some Florida fans in here. Man, we saw a Virginia fan in here, bro. If you're a college football fan, join the channel. That's what we doing. We building a community, man. We building a community. I got 70 likes right now. 3 dislikes, which is cool. You can hit the dislike button too. Them ain't nothing but haters. What you dislike about what I'm talking about? You ain't nothing but a hater if you dislike it. I got 70 likes, 3 dislikes. And I got 100 people in the chat. Fucks with your boy. Let's go back up top. Where's the one FSU fan that told me I didn't know football for saying Miami was going to blow? Man, just because you predicted a blowout. Look, all of y'all predicted a blowout. We assumed as Florida State fans, this team was going to show up with some fight, with some moxie, with some competitive edge to them. They didn't. Got it. This had nothing to do with knowing football. Bolden definitely a third round. Right. Again, I'm not knocking Bolden, not saying he's not a good player, but to say he's a first round pick, he's a day 2 pick for sure. And Bolden isn't. Brevin Jordan, I think, is a first round pick. If I want to look at Miami's roster and say who's a first round draft pick, I'm looking at Brevin Jordan, the other tight end as well. Even though he has a smaller sample size, I believe he's just as good as, if not better. The 2 tight ends, I think, are first-round level talents. Obviously, Rousseau. Phillips, if he continues to develop, could be a first round. I think Roche's a little overrated. Sorry. Guys might not want to hear that. I think Roche, Temple transfer, a little overrated, man. Not a first-round draft pick. That's about it. And that's not a knock. That's not a knock. Y'all Miami fans, man, y'all candy cane hoes, y'all got to stop being defensive all the time. Sometimes you're just not going to get, you know what I'm saying? Everybody on the squad ain't first round up talent. Come on, man. Rousseau first round. Yeah, Greg Rousseau. I said that. Greg Rousseau, Brevin Jordan. Those are your first round level talents for sure. No doubt. Not even lying. If the QB play doesn't improve 247, I think that's the first comment I've seen from you, 247. So shout out to you. Like, absolutely. Until the QB play improves, this team isn't going anywhere. Not saying Bolden is a bad. I never said he was a bad player, and I'm not saying Billy Joe, you taking like shots. I'm just saying Bolden is solid. That don't make him a first round level. You need to be jumping off the field. While I think Bolden's good, is he jumping off the field? I think Bolden's better than Woodbay. So congratulations on that. But Bolden ain't jumping off the field. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not watching Miami games going, damn, who is that guy? You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Chat just jumped. Damn, where we go? Okay, here we go. You tripping. That D. Yeah, I think is it number 1? The dude that I mentioned already. I forget his name. A little bit tipsy. He could possibly be first round. Bubba's going to get drafted first day. I don't see it. Dude is elite. First round. Can't say that's happening at the moment. Well, with the way... Man, Rosario getting beat up? Man, I'm fucking with y'all asses. Bubba is going to get drafted first day. Dude is elite. Can't say it's happening at the moment, but he could play himself into the first round. No. Okay, so Chris, Bubba, when you say Bubba, so the way the NFL draft works now, first round draft pick is the first day. They only do first day, first round. So no, Bolden is, or Bubba, yeah, Bubba's not a first, Bubba Bolden, yeah, he's not a first round pick. I don't see him as day 1 guy. And I know Miami fans want to make their case, and I got it. I don't see him as a first round guy. And that's no bias. That's just, like, I already named y'all first rounds. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I see. What do you think the chances are of beating? Same chances we had of beating all these other teams. Fan for life. Why do you think NFL caliber guys have regressed? And I'm assuming you're talking about Terry and Marv, because obviously we haven't seen Hansa. Hold on. Ooh, he hit him on the top of the dome. Ooh, and then he hit him again. Oh, he hurt. Hey, them Charlos some bad boys, guys. Them Charlos some bad boys. If you're not watching this fight, man, them Charlos some bad boys. I don't know why they regress, Tyler. I think Terry's impact is being strictly affected by the quarterback play. the quarterback play has not looked efficient in neither game this year. It's been bad. I'm not even talking about bad. I'm talking about bad. Quarterback play has been bad. How many times was Terry? Somebody let me know. How many times was Tamorrion Terry even targeted this game? Not taking anything off, like not trying to give Tamorrion Terry a pass, but how many times was he even throwing the ball? How many shots? We didn't even take. How many deep shots did we even take? Now, as far as Marvin goes, I think teams plan for a Marvin Wilson. Sorry, it is what it is. Like, and that's my thing with Marv. Everybody wants to hate on Marv so hard and say he's not this and he's not that. Yet there's no other defensive player on that defensive line that a team has to game plan for. So when I give Marv a pass, everybody's like, Polk, you just love Marvin Wilson. You just defend him at all costs. And I'm like, no. Teams know to double and triple T Marvin Wilson. We have no defensive ends to speak of. The other defensive tackles are not playing up to par, and even if they are playing good, you can't depend on the pass rush from your defensive tackles. When your guys are 6'3" and up and weigh over 300 pounds, that cannot be your primary pass rusher. That's just like football 101. Aaron Donald is as great as he is. Aaron Donald is under 300 pounds. Aaron Donald is, 6'2", 280. But he's strong as an ox, so he can pass rush like a defensive end. The majority of your defensive tackles are not Warren Sapp or Aaron Donald. So when I defend Marv, it's because I defend Marv from people that think Marv is supposed to go out here and average 10 sacks a season. That's not his job as the defensive tackle, guys. Football 101. Let's learn the game before you come on here and try to tell me or just tell anybody Marvin Wilson's overrated. He has not played great. I'm not giving him a pass, but we got to stop looking for Marvin Wilson to get 5, 6, 7 sacks. Name me a defensive tackle, NFL or college, that's putting up the type of numbers. You can only name a guy like Aaron Donald, maybe a Geno Atkins, and look at Geno Atkins' size. He would be considered on the light end as a defensive tackle. He's like 300 pounds. They don't generate those type. Even Timmy Jernigan is probably our best defensive tackle in recent memory. What was his max sacks total? Those guys don't. That's not their primary job. So I don't want to sit here and say Marv's digressed. I just think teams are game planning around Marvin Wilson. And they don't respect any other player on the defensive line. They just don't. Their thought process is, if I contain Marvin Wilson, I don't have anybody else to worry about. Look at DeMarcus Walker. When he was here, he got 16 tackles a couple years ago at Florida State. And they would move DeMarcus Walker inside at D tackle. DeMarcus Walker was 6'3", 280. Those type of guys can generate a pass rush. Marvin is not that type of player. Let me catch up on the comments. Miami maybe has one, if that. Polk, you said, and I quote, as long as Blackman start at FSU. Am I lying? You quoted it. As long as Blackman, which is Black Man, not Black Mun, but as long as Blackman is starting for Florida State, it's very hard for me to favor us in any one game. And it looks like Charlo just unified the titles and he knocked Rosario flat the hell out. And this dude is hurting. Let's go, Charlo brothers, baby. This gave me way more excitement than the damn Florida State game did. When I get off of this, I'm going to watch this fight in its full. But Charlo just unified the titles at 154. Let's go, Charlo brothers. But back to CJ. Yeah, bro. Real talk. As long as Blackman's a starter, can you really favor FSU in any one game? I can't. I like Bubba Bolden, but he's not first round. No, he's not. And that's not Roche is a quality guy. See, I'm glad I'm glad a UM fan said that. Roche, good college player, He's not the guy that everybody hyped him up to be. Not a knock on Roche, not down. One thing about me, I don't bash kids unless they deserve it. If you play like trash, I'm going to let you know. Roche is a quality player. He's a quality guy, good rotation guy, good college football starter. I don't think Roche is an NFL first rounder. NFL talent, yes. First rounder, no. Serious prediction poll. I know we are beating Clemson. I know we not beating Clemson, but what's your score prediction for Miami Clemson? I'll get back to you on that, Dylan. Because we haven't seen Clemson even tested by anything yet. I saw Florida State do things in this game alone that if we were just better at executing, had better quarterback play, had some better blocking, we could have made some things happen. Right now, if I put a score prediction on that, I do think Miami can score a little bit on that. Well, let's go 41-31 Clemson. 41-31 Clemson. Mallory's younger than Jordan, if I'm not mistaken. I think Mallory has a chance. That's the other tight end, by the way. I think he has a chance to work in that second round. There's some things about Mallory that I like more than Brevin Jordan. So they got two good ones, though. Regardless, they got two really good ones. Motherfucker said 60-7 Clemson. Do you Bryles is better OC than Dillingham? Bryles did not look good today. OCing for Arkansas. I don't know if anybody saw that. Bryles did not look good today. So I'm not gonna say that. I like what Dillingham did for the most part. I just think we don't have the players to execute what Norvell and Dillingham necessarily want to do in totality. I'm not going to say that. Bryles may have looked good for one drive in that Arkansas game. Bryles did not look good today. FSU, as Notre Dame fan, I fear praying. Oh, look at that. See, that's what I'm saying, man. We got a Notre Dame fan in here. That's what I'm talking about. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the channel. Give me the Clemson fans, the Virginia fans, the Notre Dame fans, the Gator fan, whoever. Come in here, let's talk football. That's what we do. We Florida State 10 toes down, 100 all the way over here. But that don't mean I won't engage with the other fan bases, man. That's what we do over here. Good to see you, Irish. I think we have a shot versus Clemson only because we have elite special teams. And we can score. The special teams didn't show at all tonight. We don't have a shot, Christopher, until we figure out the quarterback position. I'm not giving us a shot. FSU just needs to focus heavily on recruiting at major positions like QB and O-line. Outside of Maurice Smith, there's no consistency. Well, 247, Maurice Smith, I'm glad you bring him up. He's probably the best playing O-lineman we got right now. I'm glad you bring that up, 247. See, that's somebody that I think actually watches football. See, when I get people in here that want to talk, that actually watch football, I can talk with them all day. So good shit, 247. But I think Donta Lucas is fairly consistent as well. I think you're leaving him out. And definitely quarterback. I mean, until we fix the quarterback position, you're absolutely right. It is what it is. But we definitely need help at the tackle positions and that other guard spot for sure. But I think we got two guys that we can consistently build on, in Lucas and Maurice Smith. Mallory is more athletic and taller. I feel like that too, Philip DeCane. I think he might be a better prospect than Brett. I know Brevin Jordan is like, because he was a big-time high school player too. Jordan was. So he's a big time recruit. And I don't necessarily recall Mallory being a big time high school recruit. I could be wrong. Not because I don't follow Kane recruiting like that. But when I look at Mallory, I kind of see more of that Zach Ertz, Kittle type of player. Talk about professional level guys. Greg Kittle, Zach Ertz, Travis Kelce. I see more of that type of tight end in Mallory. Brevin Jordan may be more of a who's the boy that man, I'm drawing a blank right now, probably because I'm drinking. Who's the dude that played for the Chargers all these years? I think Brevin Jordan is a great compare. Antonio Gates. Brevin Jordan is more of an Antonio Gates type guy. See, even when I'm drunk, I make proper football comparisons. Miami is not beating. I don't see it either, but let them dream, homie. And just like that, boxing is done. Both Charlos won. And I missed the knockout. Talking to you sons of bitches. No, Jordan has incredible hands. Yeah, like Gates. See, Gates is. I know Gates is in the Hall of Fame, but I'm saying as an NFL comparison, I see Antonio Gates type of game and Brevin Jordan. I'm not saying Brevin Jordan's a goddamn Hall of Famer. I'm saying though I do see in Mallory, I see more of that Greg Kittle out of San Francisco, that Travis Kelce, that Zach Ertz. And I see Antonio Gates and Brevin Jordan. Maybe the boy that played for the Giants. They used to play at Ole Miss, Ingram. Jordan could be like an Ingram type of guy. That's just what I see. Again, blind prospect, comparison. Our defensive play calling is absolutely atrocious. Average OC can pick. Yeah, absolutely agree. I don't know what Adam Fuller's doing. I had faith in him, and he's losing me by the game because I haven't seen any adjustments. Perfect example. Tyler, since you bring that up, Jeff Sims. What did Jeff Sims do to us? Game 1 in Doak Campbell. Somebody go watch Jeff Sims today versus Syracuse and tell me how he looked. And tell me Jeff Sims is the next coming of Lamar Jackson, like everybody was saying. We made him look good. Jeff Sims is what I thought he was. Go watch him today at Syracuse and tell me what Jeff Sims looked like. Absolutely trash. He threw 4 picks today, just in case you didn't see that. Darren Waller's a good comparison. Darren Waller and the boy that used to play for the Titans. Somebody tell me his name. I forget his name. Tight end that used to play for the Titans. He might still play for the Titans. Delanie Walker. Is that his name, right? I think Brevin Jordan compares to those guys. I watched every single Miami game in the last 3 seasons, including replays, and never seen Jordan drop a pass. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Mallory's dropped a few. I know what is Brevin's like a junior this year, right? What is Mallory? I don't know what draft class Mallory's in. But that's fair. I just think Mallory impresses me with his measurables, man. Like when I see Mallory, I see a nightmare matchup. That's all I'm saying with that. What's your record projection for the remainder of? Oh man, I don't know. We're not favored in any game, but what? Real talk. What game are we going to be favored in other than the Jacksonville State game? Florida State's not going to be favored in any game. Maybe the Duke game, maybe NC State game. That's 3 games right there. Pitt's looking like a solid squad. Louisville, even though did Louisville beat Pitt today? I don't know. We got Louisville, we got Pitt, we got UNC. Tough. It's tough. FSU. Oh, my chat just skipped. Hold on. Let me go back up. What's up, JDI Gaming? FSU needs to open up fast and score fast so Black doesn't take 50. Yeah. He did it again this game. And it pisses me off because, and I'm not insulting, I'm honestly, like when I say this, I'm not insulting anybody's intelligence and I'm not trying to down talk anybody. Some of us just watch the game differently. And I'm watching it, and I'm telling, and James Blackman has a pocket. The offensive line is doing its job. Everybody wants to blame the offensive line, and there's multiple plays I can go over where James Blackman had a play that was adequately blocked. All he had to do was take his time. And Black was sitting there for 2 seconds, and then he runs. And you're like, what are you doing? Read the field. Obviously, that's what the play call is. Drop back, read the field, make the proper play. You drop Black, and then you until we get rid of James Blackman, it's a wrap. He takes too long, he holds the ball too long, and he feels ghost in the pocket. Where Trevor Lawrence? Okay. I don't know why they're talking about Trevor Lawrence when we all Florida State all day, every day over here. Remember when this game was huge? Absolutely. All right, now, Irish, I ain't going to allow too much more of your slander. I'm just messing with you. I'm not going to, like, kick you out or nothing. I'm just saying. But absolutely, you're absolutely right. There was a – it is – to me, it still is. Miami, Florida State, I had this conversation with Zoe. They are the rivalry in college football. It hasn't been like that lately. I got it. But you look at Florida State and Miami – there's no rivalry. The most overrated rivalry has always been Ohio State and Michigan. There's no rivalry. The only rivalry that honestly comes close to Florida State and Miami is Florida State and Florida. No rivalry means more when everything's on the line than Florida State Miami. The amount of talent in this rivalry, whoever usually used to beat, and back in the day, whoever beat who, that's who was in the national championship. That's what I'm talking about. So the rivalry definitely used to be huge. We'll get back there one day. I can't respond to that, Phil, but I know you want to hear that from Polk. What did Phil say? I don't know. Oh, you must have been talking about what my projection was for the remainder of the season. Okay. Crumpler. Okay. Crumpler used to play for the Falcons. I remember Crumpler. Brevin Jordan, kind of similar to Crumpler. I think he's probably more talented than Crumpler, but I see that, Mr. Double. I see that. Refill, Poke. I just did. I just refilled, dog. It's orange juice. I mix some orange juice with it. Also a junior. Okay, so Mallory is also a junior. Okay, see, I didn't know that. So, got it. Every team. Hold on. Damn, where'd that comment go? I was just reading it. Bro, I don't even remember whose comment I was reading. I was just reading it, and the chat skipped all the way down. So we'll just keep going. Okay, there we are. Justin says we can win 4 games with Purdy. Got to see how Purdy plays first. But as long as Black ain't the starter, I'll give us a shot in any game. Billy, I doubt Clemson can. Okay, I don't care about Clemson. If Miami talk, y'all go away with that shit. Offensive line is serviceable if we can get the QB set. Yeah, I agree, Panama. I'm not saying the offensive line is great. Yes, it needs to improve. Yes, we got things to work out. But as of right now, it's the best offensive line we have honestly seen in the last 3 years. Let's be real. Offensive line is serviceable. If we can get the quarterback situation all right, we'll have an average football team, and we can build from there. But until then, we're where we are. Pitt beat Louisville. Okay, there you go. Pitt's got a solid squad. So who is FSU's QB? Irish, you already know the answer to that. Injuries and COVID. Your offensive line poke graded out really well. 247 Canes. Even though you're a Candy Cane fan and I don't like you. There you go. It's all I've been preaching since the Georgia Tech game. Everybody wanted to bash Georgia Tech. Everybody wanted to say, oh, that offensive line is why James Blackman said. And, because obviously I'm here. I'm in contact with the FSU fan base. because I'm one of the voices of Florida State, even though I'm small channel, even though I'm one of the voices on Florida State in a small capacity on YouTube, people would like to come to me and tell me, man, the offensive line sucks. You don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, no, it doesn't suck. Is it awesome? No, of course not. Is it adequate? It's enough to get the job done if you have the right quarterback. The problem is we don't have the right quarterback. So when the O-line struggles, the problems get antiquated and you see the result. ESPNU is playing FSU versus Miami. Man, there's so many classic games between those two colleges. Dante, what did you see from Rodemaker that think? Now, I don't necessarily disagree with you, Dante. I just want to make this clear before I ask this question. I don't necessarily disagree with you. But what makes you think that Rodemaker is any better than James Blackman? Me personally, I'd rather go with Rodemaker. I expect him to mess up. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather take my lumps with Rodemaker until Purdy's healthy. But what to you, where does Rodemaker look better than Black? Is your run blocking really that bad? It looks like it. I know Darius Washington struggled heavily in run blocking tonight. You know? But I think the running backs have a lot. Toll Philly could seem like he could find a hole anytime. Jordan Travis seems like he can find a hole anytime. Ja'Shawn Corbin, for whatever reason, maybe his vision ain't there. 247 Canes, maybe his vision ain't there. At times, our run blocking does look that bad, and at times I'm like, hold up, Toll Philly can find the hole, true freshman, but my redshirt sophomore and Ja'Shawn Corbin can't. So I don't know. You tell me. You watch the tape 247. You tell me what you see. Georgia Tech was really in a position to blow us the fuck out. I said that we got lucky with the block kicks and stuff like that. That game was as close as it was. At the same time, the fact that we only gave up 16, we should have won that game. There's a double-edged sword to that game, Tyler, for sure. Pass blocking looked pretty bad. I disagree, Irish. I disagree. I'm not saying there wasn't blown assignments every now and then because every offensive line has that. I want you to watch the game in its totality. I don't agree with that. The pass blocking looked pretty bad. It looks bad from the optics of it. It looks bad because James Blackman runs out of the pocket as soon as he thinks pressure's coming. And then there's some pressure that he has. As a quarterback, you have to feel it. You have to understand, or you have to be aware of where the pressure's coming from. He has none of that. Your opinions on Purdy looking like he's getting healthy and potentially. I just want to see him. One thing about me, I'm not going to sit here and lie to the Florida State fans that Purdy is the next coming of Jameis Winston. I'm not going to tell you that. I don't know. But I want to see him. Because at this point, Jordan Travis apparently can't throw. Tate Rodemaker just isn't ready. Not knocking Rodemaker, but he's just not ready. And Blackman is damaged goods. Purdy is our only hope. Man, we have 2 hours, man. Hit the like button if you haven't. I appreciate everybody sticking in here, man, talking this football talk with me. What if you guys have a 1-10 season? What are changes? 1-10 would be that'd be fucking crazy. Norvell would have to fire. Fuller would have to get fired. He's not going to fire Dillingham because that's his right-hand man. Odell's job would be on the line. And as much as I love Odell Haggins, and I don't think you get rid of Odell Haggins, the D-line has not played up to par. 1-10 is a reason to fire Odell. 1-10 is a reason to fire Ron Dugans when the receivers can't catch a pass. He wouldn't have to make 1 in 10 season means you make mass changes on this staff. You have no choice. Polk, Rodemaker from Valdosta. Bro, we used to have, nobody recruits Valdosta like Florida State does. Greg Reed, yeah, that's a Valdosta guy. Nobody recruits Valdosta. Telvin was a Valdosta guy, if I'm not mistaken. Nobody recruits Valdosta like FSU. I'm not saying Rodemaker ain't the dude. I don't think he's ready right now. Why is Noel talking to T2Y? I don't even see T2Y in the chat. I might have skipped over him. I just don't see him. T2Y, enjoy your win in 2 weeks. I'll see you in the morning, T2Y. It'll be the morning for me, afternoon for you. I know the Miami fans it's gonna be on my channel though tomorrow morning, but I know the Miami fans gonna give me hell come tomorrow. Thank you. That Miami O-line and that Florida State offensive line looks very indifferent. Quarterback play is the difference, though. O-line is a D plus to C minus. Which is miles better than with F it was. I would give it more of a C minus than a D plus, Tyler, if I'm being honest. Again, it ain't perfect. And I think one of the biggest areas of improvement needs to be run blocking. I think they've been pretty exceptional at pass blocking. Whiffs are going to happen. Guys are going to eventually get beat. Nobody's perfect. I'm talking totality, right? I'm giving it a C minus. I agree with that. D plus, I think, is a little harsh. I think they've been better than the D plus. Quarterback play has been from D plus to an F. If we lose to Clemson, as long as it's not a blowout, I'm good. That's that T2Y. That's that candy cane shit talking. Since when do y'all accept moral victories? We don't accept no moral victories over here. That sound like a moral victory to me, homie. It's all love, big dog. In the Canes, there's 11 teams that will possibly give T2Y. After checking Mike Norvell's record in coaching, I thought we were going to come back and be like 10-3 this year, but we're 0-2. Now, I never listen. I was telling Florida State fans when I was doing my season projections to slow down. We were hyped. 10-2, 9-3. That was the hype. I was like, look, we're more of a 7-6 win team. Anybody can vouch for me and say, if you watch me for long enough, and say I was like, 7 wins, 6, 8 if we're really good. Yeah. That's where I was. I just expected. First seasons are going to be first season with a new staff. You're going to struggle. I didn't necessarily foresee this though. Oh, my chat skipped again. Hold on. Let me scroll back up. Again, man. Like button, comment, subscribe, share. Y'all know how we do. As you can see, I got we get in here, good community, man. We talk football all day, all night over here. That's what this community is about. So please join the community, help grow my fan base. Even if you aren't a Florida State fan, all I ever ask is for you guys to be respectful, because I'm down for the trash talk. The problem is you get people in here that think they can talk to your boy any kind of way. So I don't really go for that. But you want to come in here, you want to talk football, you want to talk your trash about your team, I'm with it. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and share. This is what we do every Saturday, even sometimes during the week when I got the time. I do work. So people have been telling me, hey, Pope, go live more often. Believe me, I want to, but I work. So it is what it is. You feel me? But please share it. Share it. If you don't do anything else, just hit the thumbs up and share it on your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, whatever. That's it. You don't got to donate to the Cash App. You don't got to donate. None of that. Please just share it and hit the like button. That's all I ask for, man. I'm reading the comments. They're not going 1-10. No, I mean, look, we're gonna basic football common sense tells you we're gonna pull up a couple. We're gonna beat a few teams. Damn, he did not ruin Notre Dame. No, we're not gonna talk about Willingham. We have an opportunity to beat Clemson, and that's all we want right now. If you lose, we lose. But that sounds like moral victory to me, though. T247. See, y'all are doing the same thing that you were saying that you don't do. Y'all was like, now ain't no moral victory. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all was accusing Florida State. Well, Florida State keeps it close. Y'all gonna have some moral victories. But y'all sound like y'all doing that with Clemson. So I just want that same energy. You either gonna win or you not. And if you're not gonna beat Clemson, please be specific on why you're not gonna beat them. Show out your weaknesses and your strengths. But don't come out here and say, oh, if we beat them, good. If we don't, we don't. We still got da-da-da-da. That's bullshit. I don't want to hear none of that. But I respect you, 247. Thank you for the respect. I can't say I necessarily respect Clemson. I'm not gonna. I respect Clemson's doing right now. But I mean, look, Florida State, Miami. I mean, look, you can't help but respect it. And I'm not trying to throw shade on you, but I'm just being honest. Look at the players: Ray Lewis, Dion, Derek Brooks, Warwick Dunn, Marvin Jones, Jonathan Vilma, Ed Reed. Hell, even the recent players, Dalvin Cook, Jalen Ramsey. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't help but respect the lineage that is Florida State, Miami, because they've seen a caliber of player at these two programs that you can't really see at any other programs. I think I'm all caught up on the comments, but I'm going on 2 hours and 20 minutes. I do see the chat dropping a little bit. We went from like 100 to 74, so that means I know it's getting late over there. I'm willing to stick around if y'all are willing to stick around, but it's whatever on my end. You let me know what y'all want to talk about. I done ran it. I done talked about it. At the end of the day, look, to sum it all up, and then we can do an open forum from here. But to sum it all up, FSU, we are exactly what I thought we would be in terms of, as long as James Blackman is the starter, this is what it is. This is what it is. And unfortunately, you've seen the options at quarterback. We got a guy who's a fantastic runner who can't throw. We've got a guy who has potential but isn't ready, and we got a guy who's injured, and we're expecting Mount Rushmore from this kid. And I really hate it for Chubba Purdy because I think Chubba Purdy can be great, but the quarterback position is so bad that we are expecting Chubba Purdy to be what Jameis Winston was his freshman year. You feel me? We want Chubba Purdy to be the GOAT, Charlie Ward, Chris Winkie. We want him to be the next in line of Heisman winning quarterbacks at Florida State. That's what we want. And unfortunately, I think Florida State is putting such a tremendous amount of expectations on this kid that when he comes out and he's just average as a true freshman, they're going to kill him. And even average as a true freshman may be better than what we're getting right now. But this fan base isn't going to see it that way because we are desperate right now. I did a call to arms on Monday, and I'm doing a call to arms right now. We're not great, but Florida State fans, stick with it. Don't come in here with that bull. Y'all already know how I feel. You either 10 toes down or you not. I don't need 9 toes. I don't need 8. I don't need 5. I need you to be 10 toes down. We either FSU fans or we're not. We have work to do. There's no doubt about it. We're not going to deny it. But don't come in here with that BS. When Purdy finally does get the snaps, I don't want to hear you coming in here and saying he's garbage. The kid's got to grow. Everybody's not freaking Jameis Winston, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, like that. And Justin Fields didn't even start his first year, if I'm not mistaken. Everybody's not that. You got to grow, develop, and mature into the quarterback you may one day grow up to be. If you would have taken Lamar Jackson's first year and his Heisman year, you would never have thought he would have been the player he ended up being. That's all I'm saying. Give Purdy the time to grow, FSU. We will be fine. We can't bash that because I see it. I'm visioning it. As soon as Purdy comes out against North Carolina or Clemson or Notre Dame and throws 3 to 2 interceptions, they're gonna throw him under the bus and trash him, and it's not gonna be justified. Let's take our lumps. Let's grow as a fan base. Let's grow as a team. Let's grow as an organization. Let's grow as a program. Let's get this thing on the right track. The only way it's gonna get there is if stop tweeting these prospects. I saw so-called Florida State fans tweeting prospects during the FSU Miami game, don't come to FSU. Who does that? You're either a Miami fan trolling as a Florida State fan, or you're some miserable son of a bitch. You feel me? FSU, 10 toes down. If you're going to be on my channel, PCN, Polk County Norvell, you're going to be on this channel, we're 10 toes. Don't come over here with that fair weather bullshit. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to vent your frustrations. Don't come over here with that bullshit, though. Anyway, let's get to these comments. That's my closing remarks. And from here on out, we can have an open forum on whatever we want to talk about. But those are my closing remarks for today. All right, here we go. Hey, man, I just found you. This is great. I love college football. Thanks, bro. Mikey, love it. Comment. Well, you already commented. Subscribe, man. Share it. I'm glad to have you. I'm just as excited to have you as you are to have found me. Believe me, I really am. How the fuck is Miami offensive line? Miami. What? But see, that's just your emotions talking about. Again, watch the game. Tell me where a Miami's O-line is vastly better than Florida State's. There isn't a big difference. The big difference is in the quarterback play. That's where the big difference is. Not in the offensive line. Offenses are very eerily similar. Every team seems to be moving towards mobile QBs except FSU. I wouldn't say that. Purdy is mobile. He's just hurt. We just are, due to lack of recruiting, we're stuck with what we're stuck with. So I wouldn't say that. That's not necessarily true. You can't deny the improvement of the offensive line. Yeah, you can't. You simply can't. King might be the best QB Miami's had since. See, this is. I don't know if Cable Guy. I don't know if you're a Miami fan or Florida State fan. This is the stuff I was seeing all week. Not only were people saying this, they were saying a lot of people were saying De'Aaron King was better than Ken Dorsey. I saw a lot. There's a lot of people comparing this Miami team to the 2001 team. I'm just a messenger, dog. Don't bite me. I'm here. That's just what I'm hearing. Shout out to T2Y. Big ups to the homie. He'll be on my channel tomorrow morning, but we will be collabing tomorrow. And I'm pretty sure they're going to give me a bunch of shit tomorrow morning. If y'all don't win any games, what will happen to this? Nothing, because we can't afford to fire them. If FSU goes 0 for 10 or whatever the case may be, Norvell's job is secure. We can't afford to fire him, period. Point blank. We can't afford to fire him. We're paying Willie Taggart $20 million right now to sit at FAU, so we can't afford to fire him. And it doesn't help that COVID is lacking the fans. You can't get ticket sales and stuff like that. We can't afford to fire him. That's just what it is. We're not the only school that's facing financial difficulties with this pandemic. So nothing's gonna happen. Norvell, this is literally a free season for Norvell. He can, which is why to me, go with the young boys. You know, that's a good talk, CJ, about this is a free season. And Norvell is essentially he's immune because we can't afford to fire him. Go 0 for 10, cool. But if you go over 10 with the freshman, I'm cool with it. Am I gonna be pissed? Sure, I'm gonna get on here every Saturday and be pissed. Got it. And I'm gonna get 100 people in the chat telling me FSU sucks. I got it. But I would rather see freshmen week in and week out on a year that essentially doesn't mean anything. This is a throwaway year, whether you believe it or not. The Heisman's going to be an asterisk because the Big Ten and the Pac-12 don't even play till like mid-October, if that. The national championship is going to be an asterisk because it's probably going to consist of one Big 12 team, 2 SEC teams, and an ACC team. The Big Ten and the Pac-12 aren't going to even have to say so because they're only going to play like 7 games. This whole season's a wash. Norvell, understand that it's a wash and develop your young guys. That's all I can really say. I think they're arguing with the Notre Dame fan. Clemson's success is attributed to culture and coaching. A lot of people give all the credit to Dabo. So let's talk on Clemson for a little bit. Because I'm old enough to remember, or I've been watching college football long enough to remember, when Clemson was considered a joke, when Dabo was considered a choke artist. You know what Dabo does better? And I've said this on multiple live streams, multiple videos. You know what made Dabo great? You know why Dabo's considered a great head coach when he's really not? Dabo was, and I'm from an X's and O's standpoint, Dabo is about as big as a clown as you got out there. You know what Dabo is great at, and what I wish Taggart would attribute it or adopt it from Dabo Swinney. Dabo understands his limitations as a coach. He hires the best offensive coordinator. Now, granted, that has a lot to do with the support of the university. Hires the best defensive coordinator and best offensive coordinator possible, and he gets out their way. And what he is very good at is he commands the respect of his players, his locker room, sets a certain type of culture, and is a good recruiter. That's what Dabo's awesome at. But coaching-wise, Dabo's no better than the next Joe Blow out there. Dabo Swinney is a great CEO. I wish they would have shown my name. Polk, I'm going to be pissed if we lose. To Clemson? Well, you might as well be pissed right now because y'all going to lose. And Diaz, by the way, Manny Diaz is FSU. He's FSU bred, just by the way. Man, you know I'm not going to forget prime time, but of course I'm talking prime time. Pretty sure I mentioned prime time when I mentioned all the other greats. Derek Brooks, prime time. Terrell Buckley. I mean, I can go on and on, but you know. You know. That's all that matters is that you know. Nakamura Booty. I'm from nearby the state of Alabama, Mobile. I'm always a diehard Miami Hurricane fan, but always thought Miami versus FSU were always the top 3, at least, or the greatest rival. It's the top. And you're going to have to convince me otherwise. Look, we lost 52 to whatever. I get it. Got it. Good. I know. Not a good look tonight. It's still the top rivalry in college football, in my opinion, because nothing has ever meant more than when these two teams have played. In recent memory, has it been the top? No. If you want to talk about in recent memory, it's probably like LSU, Alabama, or Alabama, Auburn, in recent memory. In the history, though, To me, it's always going to be FSU Miami. Let me catch up on these comments. I'm gonna give us 30 more minutes and then I'm gonna call it quits. So we got 30 minutes to chop it up. That'll put us at the 3 hour mark and we'll be good to go. State of Florida has the best football. Of course it does. Plus, whether you like the turnover chain or not, man, okay, they're talking about some other. You have to have Texas and California. I guess they're talking about recruiting states. If you're talking about recruiting states, the Southeast is, quite frankly, if we're talking recruiting, that Florida Georgia combo is really nasty. And given that the fact that the Florida Georgia combo is still probably smaller than like Texas alone, yeah, that's definitely more fertile recruiting grounds. It's going to be hard for any team to knock off Clemson. They have a top 5 quarterback, first round running back. I don't think ATN's first round. Unpopular opinion here. He benefits from a very great supporting cast. I am not high on ETN like that. Sorry. And I think you'll see that in the pros, but that's just my opinion. When I watch ETN, he doesn't do the things that I felt like a McCaffrey did, a Dalvin Cook did, Ezekiel Elliott, right? Those guys were like legit, like first round talents. I don't think ETN's that guy. Just me, and I'm not hating on Clemson when I say that. When I look at guys, a certain way. ETN reminds me of Andre Ellington. If you remember when Ellington was at Clemson, ETN kind of reminds me of that. I know he puts up better stats and blah 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 blah. He reminds me very similar of Andre Ellington. I don't think he goes to the NFL and he's an every down back. I just don't see it. Bowman. You say Bowman because you're a Gator fan. I'm gonna just take a wild guess at Destroy. You're a Gator fan, and you probably are from Polk County too, like me. And everybody knows them Lakeland boys go to Florida, so that's why you think Bowman better than ETN. But I actually agree with you. I think Bowman is better than ETN. I actually do agree with you. But tell me if I'm wrong. Everybody knows Lakeland High School is the pipeline for University of Florida. My chat jumped, so let me go back up here and get caught up. Man, where are we? Damn, let's just jump like. Okay, I don't know where I'm at. Hold on. Okay, past that. California, Florida, then Texas. It's not in order. But see, back to this. It's Florida number 1. Just from where the concentration of talent at. Polk County, no. If you go from Polk County down, the talent is ridiculous in the state of Florida. I think if you add Georgia in there, woo! Louisiana is a state that's entirely slept on. Louisiana is nasty. California and Texas are these huge states that by the numbers they have this amount of talent. States like Louisiana, Georgia, Ohio, I think pound for pound have more talent than California and Texas. That's just my opinion. Polk County. My question for you is, out of all the 3 national champion teams, which one do you think was better or had the best talent? That's the last of it. I don't know. My wife gonna be mad at me. I would go 2013, 93, and then the 99 squad. I think. And look, I'm biased because you guys. Hold on. You guys see who's on that wall right there. So I'm biased. So for me, P-Dub is the GOAT. Always has been, always will be. That's just me. I'm a Peter Ward fanboy. I think you go 2013. Just the the fact that every player on 2013 ended up on an FSU roster, every starter, I would go 2013, then I would go to 93 team because that 93 team had the Charlie Wards, Derrick Brooks, I think a freshman Ward done. I would go that team, and the 99 team, of course, had the GOAT. But I would take 2013 overall of them, quite frankly. What? King Wadogon as the best Miami QB. Miami fans, please chime in. Please chime into this, Miami fans. I got to hear you guys' opinion. You're talking about Derrick King is better than Ken Dorsey, Vinny Testaverde, Jim Kelly. Who am I missing? Who am I missing? Who am I missing, Miami fans? I know I'm missing somebody. Torrietta, Gino Torrietta. Are you serious right now? Man, somebody please put Nakaruma Bodie in his place. Please. Please put him in his place. That boy said Derrick King will be the best Miami quarterback ever. I'm just reading the comments. I think I'm pretty far behind, actually. Let me catch up. Let me skip some. Let me skip some. Bowman, Etienne, Destroy said it again. I already addressed that. Taggart was a bad coach. He Willis's assistant, just like Willingham. So I don't know what I didn't follow Notre Dame or Willingham era. I'm aware of Willingham. Taggart. What messed up Taggart was a lot of the behind the scenes shit that a lot of people don't know. The disorganization, recruits coming on campus saying that this team looked disorganized. There was recruits taking recruiting visits saying that everything was just a party, but nothing resulted in like actually showing how they were going to win football games. That type of thing was Willie Taggart's downfall. There was a recruit, a high-level recruit, that said he didn't even consider Florida State until Mike Norvell got hired. Take from what you will on that. I think there was a bunch of recruits that really spoke out against Willie Taggart. And look, I'm not here to bash on Willie Taggart, but that's one of the things that really got him canned. Really got him canned. Polk, we will win against Clemson by 3. You don't even believe that. You don't believe that. Are Taggart and Willingham not black? Did I miss something? Okay, they've been arguing about Taggart and Willingham being a race thing this whole time. Polk, what's your opinion on some of the upsets from today? I just take it like LSU doesn't surprise me because of all the players that opted out, and the LSU upset didn't surprise me. What were some other upsets? Hold on, let me check the scoreboard. Let me check it. I know. I know the LSU upset happened. Oklahoma. The Oklahoma never surprised me. Oklahoma, because the Big 12 plays no defense. So to me, it's never a surprise when Texas or Oklahoma loses 56 to 53 or something crazy like that. Big 12 plays no defense, so that doesn't surprise me at all. Pitt beat Louisville. Oklahoma fell. Florida can go to hell. Texas pulled out a barn burner there. Mississippi State beat LSU, which was not surprising. Georgia beat Arkansas, which that game was closer for a long time, longer than it looked. I thought I had picked Carolina to beat Tennessee, and that was a very close game right there. Vanderbilt and A&M was a close game. Tech and NC State. So there wasn't really too many upstates. It looks just like LSU when Oklahoma got upset. So again, to me, neither one was really surprising. I I did think Mike Leach might struggle bringing that air raid to the SEC, but didn't look like it. You know what I'm saying? Didn't really look like it. Polk, Dexter from Polk 2, he had that interception today. There you go. Damn. Okay, there we go. Won't be Oklahoma gets upset every Again, that nothing really ever surprises me in the Big 12. That's kind of surprising. I agree that offense was able to do that against Florida. Trask does look like the goods though over there in Florida. That defense doesn't look as good as people are hyping it up to be though. FSU will be okay. They'll find coach. I don't think it has much to do with the coach yet. I'm not willing to sit here and say Norvell's not the guy yet. I can't do that yet. That's not fair to Norvell. That's not fair to everything I've heard around the program. I'm hearing good things. I mean, okay, on the field doesn't look good. But I'm hearing a lot of good things from recruits and stuff about the staff. So that's stuff that you weren't hearing about the previous staff. Yeah, exactly. There's no big. That's what I'm saying. Upset never surprises me in the Big 12, man. There's no defense. Those guys go for 500 yards and 40 points on a weekly basis. No defense. And Texas was in a barn burner today. Like they almost lost. So I think it's up in the air. Anybody can win that conference. 0 ACC. Okay, he's talking about Miami. We ain't got no rankings. I think Oklahoma will win it. I have no faith in Texas until Texas proves me wrong. Knows back relevant in 2023. Again, 3 to 4 year rebuild, folks. It's 2020 going on 21. We got to rebuild, dog. It's the facts of the matter. Till we get a quarterback and surround him with the proper weapons. FSU, we're in a rebuild. Let's have faith that even during the rebuild, they can recruit, get the right guys in here, and then we can, go from there. This is uncharted territory for us. We had Bobby Bowden for so long, then we had Jimbo. We're not usually in the coach hunt business. Maybe it might take us a while to find the right head coach. We tried Taggart. Norvell, I'm not going to pass judgment on him yet. He's got another 3, 4, 5 games before I sit here and go, okay, Norvell, what the fuck are you doing? But yeah. Let me scroll back up. Man, y'all started commenting quick. Hold on. What? I lost. Where was that? Man, y'all started commenting quick. How long will FSU rebuild take? Okay, here we go. Cali has had the same number one high school teams in the nation. I don't want to hear about Cali. Cali's what? One of the second biggest state in the union? Like, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about Cali. Pound for pound, pound for pound, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana. I'll take those states all day. I'm just reading the comments. Okay, we Miami. Yeah. I promise he's going to be better. With again, ETN is average to good. Thank you. I agree. A lot of people are high on him, but see, a lot of people follow what the media says. I'm not bashing the media, but a lot of people follow like these shows, the college game days, ESPN. They have an agenda. They're in bed with certain programs and they share money. You know what I'm saying. ETN's gonna get the hype. ETN is average to good, like my friend right here say. I agree with that. But ETN is not a guy like he's not a Dalvin Cook. You see what Dalvin Cook does for the Vikings. And for whatever reason, this year the Vikings have decided to put the ball in Kirk Cousins' hands, and you see what's happened to them so far through 2 games this year. He's not Christian McCaffrey. He's not Ezekiel. He's not Saquon Barkley. ETN's not that. Travis Etienne. This come from the Clemson fans. I haven't even read the comment yet, but let's see. Etienne would have had a Heisman if Dabo would play him the whole freaking game. Statistically wise, he may have had a Heisman. You're not wrong. But I can name a ton of Heisman winners who were nothing in the college level. In the professional level. Troy Smith, Ron Dane, just off the top of my drunk ass head to name a few. You're absolutely right though. ETN, I'm not doubting with that supporting cast, he can't put up the numbers. I'm not putting him above. I'm not putting him as an elite running back prospect though. That's just me, man. Don't hate me. I'm not hating on Clemson. I'm just again when I evaluate guys, man. See you in the valley. If you watch me, if you really follow my channel, when I evaluate guys, I just evaluate what I see. I don't hype guys up. I don't boost guys up. I just evaluate what I see. Watch out for that Rod Orr tape coming up this week. I will be evaluating him. Hey, Pope. Walt Bell, what's going on, big dog? Why was Jay Black taking 5 to 7 step drops and waiting for long developing pass routes when the defense was putting their ears back? Yeah, Walt, I said that game 1, and I'll reiterate that now. I don't understand why you've seen enough of James Blackman that you continue to put him in 5 to 7, like you say, 5 to 7 step back drops and go through his progressions. He needs to be quick. That first drive of the game, even though we only got a field goal, was quick. And it was successful. And we probably could score on that drive if Bavion Johnson, the redshirt senior, doesn't have a false start on a 4th and 3. So, absolutely, Walt Bill. You are right on the money as usual. And I would go with that one championship team that had Peter Work. Look, Peter Work's the GOAT. That's goat shit behind me. But talent for talent, I honestly believe that 2013 team, for whatever reason, and I think it's because people don't necessarily like Jameis Winston, that team is slept on. That team is arguably the best college football team of all time. And the only team, in my opinion, that comes close to that team is the 2001 Hurricanes. That LSU team had like 2 games more than Florida State did to break all the records that Florida State had originally broke. So we'll go from there. 247, no blood. We will fill out. Okay, they talking about some other stuff. Man, I am far behind on the comments, guys. But we got 10 minutes left. I'm gonna cut this off at the 3-hour mark. I really appreciate everybody sticking in here. Congratulations. You got Reggie Bush as your avatar, but you throwing up the U and talking about 52 to 10. Somebody check Billy Joe's status real quick. Who is this? Who are you? Somebody check his status. Why isn't McGahee, Clinton Portis, Edrin James, hell, Duke Johnson? Why isn't he on here? You got Reggie Bush. I don't know, man. Billy Joe, you looking real suspect. Kane's probably going to give you a pass because you're throwing up to you. But the fact is, you're looking real suspect. I wouldn't give you a pass. Win, lose, or draw, I wouldn't give you a pass. Regardless of what King does, Ken Dorsey is the GOAT. I think Ken Dorsey, this is just my opinion in Miami circles, I feel like Ken Dorsey is the most slept-on quarterback in the history of college football. I don't know if Jurgen's in here because he hasn't commented, but Jurgen will attest to that. I've always been a fan of Ken Dorsey. I feel like he's one of the most slept-on quarterbacks in college football history. Strictly talking college ball, by the way. Polk. Okay. Man, it jumps all around the place. I'm seeing duplicate comments. I can't believe Miami, up and coming Miami fans want that Clemson smoke. ACC. I think I read this one, right? No blooded. You don't sound very smart right now. You sound salty, if anything. Instead of complaining and talking about other teams, you worry about your own right now. Okay, so y'all are debating in the chat. Duke Johnson was the GOAT. I wouldn't say all that. But again, you got Reggie Bush as your avatar, so don't say Duke Johnson was the GOAT. Reggie is overrated. You heard it here now. I watched a guy who wore number 9. He wore number 9. Do everything Reggie Bush ever did on the college football field. And they robbed him of a Heisman because the boy got a gift of some free shoes. Reggie Bush ain't nothing we never seen before. Peter Wirt was doing everything Reggie Bush was doing years beforehand. And that's a fact. P-Dub is the GOAT. Best college football player I've ever seen to this day. And you can argue with me all day. Peter Wirt. I was a Florida State fan before Peter Wirt, but it cemented it when I started watching Peter Wirt. Thank you. See, 247, you're rational. I fucks with you. No, so you didn't hear? Everybody's bowl eligible this year. I don't know if you heard this. Everybody's going to a bowl. So off the bat, Norvell gets a nod over Willie Taggart because everybody's bowl eligible this year. Yeah, there was a article that came out. I think everybody is getting a bowl game this year. That's fine too. No bowl game. Who cares in the world of COVID-19? Might not make any bowl. Like I said though, everybody gets a bowl game this year. Go check it. Go Google it. I read an article. Matter of fact, I will look it up right now. I'm gonna do y'all a solid FSU bowl eligible. What the 2020? Man, I just read an article on this. All college football teams automatically bowl eligible. What? Wait. How can Florida State football bowls can begin as soon as December 1st? Every team is bowl eligible. This is some kind of every team is bowl eligible. Inside the NCAA release, the Division I Football Oversight Committee recommended waiving the requirements for bowl eligibility for the 2020. So we can go 0 and whatever, and we'll still be bowl eligible. So every team, we will make a bowl. So automatically give Norvell a raise for that. Peter Wirt was dope. Now, name someone doper. Name someone doper than Peter Wirt. Please. I do believe nothing happened to Peter Wirt, but he should have won the Heisman. We should have 4 Heisman winners at Florida State. No reason why Peter Wirt should have never won the Heisman. It was just a bunch of BS. Toilet bowl, man, at this point, it don't even matter. Toothpaste bowl, the motherfucking motor grass bowl, I don't even care. Devin Hester ain't better than Peter Wirt. Devin Hester was dope, though, especially at the professional level. Oh, hold on. I didn't read this. I'm not your typical fan. I don't pretend to know it all or be a homer. I try to bring facts. That's all I try to do, 247. Just try to bring the facts, big dog. What do you think Miami's working on? Why don't y'all worry about beating Jacksonville? Okay, that's something else. I don't know. Shut the hell up. Jacksonville State ain't gonna be uh, Jacksonville State ain't gonna be scary for nobody. Peter Ward was great though, but to me, GOAT was Sean Taylor. But you're talking different positions though. Sean Taylor, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you Sean Taylor wasn't the greatest college football safety of all time, but we're talking different. I'm talking college wide receivers. Were there receivers that put up better numbers? Show me a receiver that's got a better highlight reel of Peter Ward, or show me a running back. The reason I put Reggie Bush in the Peter Ward category because they used them in the same manner. Running back, wide receiver, punt return, kick return. That's why I put Reggie Bush and Peter Ward in that same category. I'm not going to put Sean Taylor in there, but I'm not going to argue Sean Taylor. Sean Taylor, God rest Sean Taylor, taken from us too early, but that dude probably would have went down as the GOAT. Like, especially at the safety position, even in the NFL. Right? Like, real talk. Sean Taylor was that dude. Not going to lie to you. Dion, no arguments on prime time. Man, come on. He's prime time. He's prime time. I got it. Prime time started the swag. My GOAT is the nigga I got. My GOAT is who I got on my wall. That's my favorite Florida State player of all time. That's no knock on Dion. That's no knock on Charlie Ward or whoever. But Peter Ward was just, to me, he was just different. Go watch that Virginia Tech national championship game. They had no answer for the boy. Just go watch his career, period. Peter Ward was that dude. But I'm definitely not going to argue anything against primetime because primetime is the catalyst for what Florida State became. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to argue primetime at all. I got you on that Flores position, but we know that Reggie was an athlete, just as the yeah. Both were athletes, no doubt. To me, Reggie Bush did nothing to me that I had never seen before. All those highlights Reggie Bush did, Peter Ward was doing, shaking people. Man, Peter Ward was doing all of that. Peter Ward was unstoppable in college. So people hype up Reggie Bush like he's the greatest college football, and I get it. If you're under 30, Reggie Bush probably is the greatest thing you may have ever seen in college football. I got it, but Peter Ward, man, was doing things that we eventually saw Reggie Bush do, and Peter Ward had already done them. And you could argue like 247, Dion was doing before Peter Ward, even though Dion played more defense. You know what I'm saying? So you didn't get to see all the offense. But Dion could have played offense too if he had wanted to. My favorite players were Derek Brooks and Peter Boulware. You go to old school, but yeah, Peter Boulware, arguably the best pass rusher in FSU history. And Derek Brooks, we know what he is. Damn, Island boy, you late, man. I'm on the 3-hour mark and you just now showing up. What's going on, big dog? The only way Canes beat Clemson is if Trevor Lawrence is rattled, but pressure in hell. Ohio State tired of that. All right, so we hit the 3-hour mark, man. The viewers have dipped by like 50. So I'm gonna rewatch this boxing. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. Always. I love the support, man. I got some support from the Cash App today. Shout out to let me shout out my Cash Apps, man. I gotta shout out my Cash Apps because that is huge for me. And I don't take anything for granted. I really do. I started this channel from nothing. And I'm here real talk. I'm here just to put out content for y'all, have fun, get in the chat like we did tonight and have fun. And if y'all want to support me on the way, I'm as humbled as there is. So shout out to Wallace, Tyler. I know my boy Tyler Wallace. I don't know your YouTube name, but shout out to Wallace, Tyler, Jimmy, and Yella for hitting me in the Cash App as a total $40 as a total. That's from everybody. Much love and appreciate that. I honestly do, man. I'm humble for all of that, man. Again, if you do want to support the channel, as you see scrolling across the bottom, the Cash App is ALO Money 863. Money sign ALO Money 863. I really do love you guys. Again, I never call you guys my fans. You guys are my supporters, and I appreciate the support 100%. But we're gonna call it quits here. So shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to the Miami fans. Congratulations. Real talk. Congratulations. We suck, but here we are. We Florida State fans, stay 10 toes down with me. We're gonna turn it around. Have faith. We have no choice but to have faith in Mike Norvell that he can turn this thing around. We need a quarterback. Shout out to Miami. Shout out to Florida State, of course. Shout out to the Clemson. Shout out to Virginia. I saw a Cavalier fan in here. Shout out to the Irish fans in the chat. Shout out to the Gator fans in the chat. Shout out to everybody who tuned in tonight to fucks with your boy. I am humbled and I appreciate it. This is your boy, man. The Polk County Noble. I am signing out tonight. 3 hours strong. Did great in the chat. Hey, as always, you stay classy, Seminoles. And it's your boy, Polk County Noble. And we out here, baby. Hey. All love. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. For me, it'll be morning. But I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon. Me and T2Y will, and they're going to give me a bunch of shit. But me and T2Y are going to go head to head and talk about this game that we just saw. Stay classy, Seminoles. Stay classy, Seminoles. I'm out here.